intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and Emiliano, a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, is the co-host with the most, Jive Turkey Nano. But as you may have noticed, we've got two very special co-hosts with us today. We have actor in the upcoming season 2 of Peacemaker, Brandon Stanley, and one of his close friends that is closely attuned to the MMA scene, Dean MMA, in the house today. How are we doing, fellas?
We good.
Good.
I'm
great.
excited.
Let's do it.
I've been pumped for this card, man.
Let's go. We already have people showing up in the chat. What's up, Andrew Nance? What's up, Miss Mary? Hope you guys are having a great night and hope you guys are ready to talk about UFC 318. So this is arguably one of the most exciting cards of the year, not just because my bias as Dustin Poirier being my favorite fighter of all time, but also just because, I mean, come on, let's call a spade a spade. This is stacked from top to bottom. These fights are going to just bring the excitement. So with that being said, we are going to jump right on into the excitement, folks. And the bouts start in the women's flyweight division for a women's bout between Judice and Nicolle Caliari. Nano, I'll let you go ahead and take the lead on this, and I'm curious to hear, who do you have? Do you have a dog in this race, big guy?
I appreciate it, brother. Let me set the tone here. I'll be short and sweet because we do got a few more cooks in the kitchen here to break these cards down. Let us know how you're feeling as well in the chat. But this is a fun one, setting the tone here in the women's division. And we are taking a trip here to NOLA. Shout out New Orleans, Louisiana, right in your backyard, MMAnomaly. And one of these flyweight contestants is actually based from Louisiana as well. And we're talking about Lafayette, not too far here. We're talking about crispy Judice. I like her skill set. I think, you know the vibes. And I just think, looking at her skill set, really, really strong puncher, great kicks. You see the ability to knock women out, coupled by the fact that she's a heavy betting favorite. As much as I like Nicolle Caliari's toughness and her striking and ability to make it messy, I just think Carly's a little too crispy when it comes to the boxing, the overall striking. I'm not going to go against Vegas on this one. I think Carly's going to find a way to get it done. But I think with that being said, I'm curious to know, Brandon, you're right underneath me here. Maybe we'll kind of do a little round robin, a little clockwise, if you will. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hey. How are you feeling about this fight? Any picks? And love to hear your 2 cents, brother. The stage is yours.
No, I think it's a really, really good fight to open up the card. Have someone from a home, coming from the home base. They're going to have the crowd behind them. Hopefully, I mean, most of the time that means that there's going to be an early big crowd, which is what I think this card definitely deserves to send off one of the best legends of all time. I think Carly's going to get it done for sure. If either a dominant decision or probably a first round finish. She hits really, really hard, especially for that division. And I don't know enough about Nicolle to know what her defenses would be against that, but we've seen that power can get you quite far in the women's divisions. So that's what I'm going to bet on. And I am betting.
We love to hear that. Dean, where's your head at on this one?
I completely agree. Nicolle Caliari, she grappling heavy, and I don't know much about these two. I watched Nicolle Caliari's. She fought in like a regional scene and then she lost her last fight. But Judice has crazy power, and I saw Caliari. She was getting hit a lot. So I see probably a first, second round TKO Caliari or Judice.
I think we're all in the same boat on this one, boys. I mean, if it's easy to look at the paper and say, all right, well, Carly Judice is only 4-2. She's very young in her career. Her opponent has twice as many wins as her and only one more loss. But if you're just looking at it at the surface level, you would be duped, my friend. You got to look at the Vegas odds. You've got to look at the tape. And if you look at the tape, all three of you gentlemen said it better than I can. Like, the power's there. The crispiness, I mean, it's literally her nickname, right? Like, Crispy Carly Judice. They call her that because her boxing is so damn crispy, boys. Come on. Like, she's so sweet on the feet. It's nice to watch. I love to see it. And I think this is just going to be another highlight reel finish for her. I see her getting this done at least inside the distance, likely late in the second or early in the third round. But yeah, I'm taking Carly Judice on this one all freaking day.
Yeah.
And I mean, before we jump into the next fight, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, Brandon. Come on, man. You've got the most exciting project in the world coming up.
Yeah.
Right? Peacemaker Season 2. I can honestly say, like, Peacemaker Season 1 is my favorite piece of comic book television I've ever seen. It was an incredible show. And so Season 2, I'm immensely pumped for. What was it like working with James Gunn and the rest of that cast?
I mean, so he's probably the director I've worked the most with so far in my career, because I mean, he was involved with pretty much every episode. He was shooting Superman at the same time, but he also was coming across like it was amazing working with him. So it's hard not to say he's probably the best director have ever, and dare I say, will ever work for, because he is truly amazing. He's a visionary. I think we just saw Superman, right? Did you guys see Superman yet?
I plan on seeing it again.
I have not, but I will.
One of the best superhero films I've ever seen,
hands down,
in my life.
I keep hearing that.
Wow, it's incredible.
I got my first tattoo on my 17th birthday, and it was a Superman symbol on my right arm, and it's got the mark of approval from me. Like, I can't wait to see it a second time. It was fantastic. Yeah. It's I don't even want to say this out loud because I feel like a dick, but like, I love Henry Cavill. I thought he was a fantastic Superman. He looked like they ripped him right out of the comic books, right? Like, nobody can deny that. But after I saw this Superman movie that James Gunn did, I literally tweeted, watching the new Superman feels like you've just been in a really bad relationship for many, many years that you've been fooled into thinking was really okay or really good. Yeah. And then after breaking up with that person, you get into a really stunning relationship. Yep. And you're like, oh my God, what was wrong with me? Yeah. Like, what was I thinking? I thought that was okay. That's what it feels like. Like, we've gotten by with what we've gotten by with, but now we finally have a real Superman movie that genuinely feels like Superman. I think it's the first time since Christopher Reeves that it feels this much like the comic books.
And I will say that the genius that was intertwined with Superman will also be intertwined with Peacemaker, because he is the creator of that. He is the writer, director. He's hands-on with that project as well. I mean, he's the DCU president now. So of course his hand's going to be pretty much on every project, but he's not writing and directing. He's not putting this much effort into projects all the time. And when you see it, when he does, it's absolutely amazing. So Superman was it didn't set up Peacemaker. It set up the entire DCU universe, and Peacemaker is up next. So if you like Superman and you don't have any kids around, you're going to absolutely love Peacemaker. So that's what
He's talking to you, Nano. And he's talking to most of our listeners. So, guys, check it out. If you haven't already watched Peacemaker Season 1, do the homework now. Go back and watch it. It's all available on HBO Max. And Season 2 is coming out, I believe it's August 21st, correct?
Yes, sir. Sure is.
Fantastic, folks. Make sure you tune out on August 21st. Support the man, the myth, the legend, the man right here to the bottom right, Brandon Stanley. And, I mean, the legend that is James Gunn. Come on, folks. Let's go.
Yes.
And with that being said, folks, we'll move into the next fight. It takes place between a couple of big boys in the middleweight division. Brunno Ferreira, speaking of comic book characters, we got the Incredible Hulk in here, coming against Jackson McVey, the newcomer to the UFC. Brandon, I'll let you go ahead and take the lead on this, and we'll just keep on rotating like that. Do you have a favorite in this one?
I do. We were kind of just talking about it. It's hard not to take the prospect, the undefeated guy that you there's a lot of mysteries to and all of that. But Bruno Ferreira has a really good resume. If you look back on it, he's got some already in the UFC. He's fought some really, really good fighters, beat some good fighters, beat RoboCop. I mean, it's hard not to do the MMA math there, but I think experience is going to beat the newness. I think we're going to see what we were talking about earlier.
I completely agree. Dean, what are you thinking?
Yeah, completely agree. It's too much for you. It doesn't make sense to me why they would give McVey Bruno Ferreira on his debut, because he's very dangerous. He's got power.
He's a killer. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me why they would do that to Jackson McVey. But I hope, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. But stuff like this usually never works out for the prospect.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Pressure does make diamonds. I just don't know that Jackson McVey is cut from that same cloth. Right. Unfortunately.
Ferreira is a bad dude.
He really is. Yeah.
He's a terrifying individual. That knockout of RoboCop Rodriguez is
cool.
One of the nastier knockouts of that year. And I mean, the way that his body just went down like a sack of potatoes was just, man, that was work.
Too, yeah.
And I mean, the only thing that's really an advantage for Jackson McVey coming into this, because let's call a spade here. He's 6-0, which is great, right? But this has been the year of the O having to go. He's coming in here against a wily veteran that's 13-2 with multiple UFC fight experience under his belt. And as you said, Brandon, like solid tenure, right? Fighting against people like RoboCop is not an easy task. Getting wins over those people is an even harder task. He's done both in spades. So dude's a beast. And I mean, McVey's only advantage here is the fact that he has that 5-inch reach advantage. And he is a little bit taller as well, right? He's 6'3", coming in against a 5'8" Bruno Ferreira. But if you watch any tape on McVey, he keeps his hands really high, almost like a traditional tie guard style. And somebody like Bruno Ferreira, he's going to come in there and just, he's going to dig to the body early on. And that makes an honest man and a low-handed man out of any person on the planet, I promise you. It's going to happen very quick, and soon he's just going to circle around the top, and we'll likely see another nice, wild overhand knockout or left hook knockout from him. I think this should be light work for him, and it should just put him right back in the win column in emphatic fashion. What you got, Turkey?
Well, I mean, I do have to just, give my guy Brunno some respect here. You're calling the guy 5'8", my brother. It says 5'10" on Tapology, and bro code, he's 6 feet tall. All right, bro, come on.
Okay. It depends on where you look up the info. I saw different heights on like all three sites that I look at.
You know what, man? Round up for the guy.
They're all using different tape measures for these guys. I'm sorry. He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. Okay. He's like Sterling.
Small forward. This guy's 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". Let's cut the guy some slack now. All jokes aside, man.
We can't all be you, Nano.
Well, I wish, man. I'm a modest, like I said, 5'10" probably on paper, but I'll say I'm 6'1" for the ladies.
Yeah.
I digress.
On the dating website.
Damn straight. On my tippies, on my tippy toes, every picture. Listen, y'all, it's as much as I want to go with the young, shiny new toy, the young prospect here in Mr. McVey. 26 years young. I typically do like the youth. And I like his style. Like, dude's ferocious. He's definitely got some striking and some capabilities, but he's not seeing someone like a Brunno. I think there is levels in this game. I need to see it before I believe it. That's kind of my initial take. Maybe that's a casual take. Unfortunately, we were talking off air about I may fall victim to that sometimes. I gotta see it to believe it, right? But with this guy McVey, everything's still in front of him. If he could show out and be tougher and do better than the odds suggest, I'm sure he'll be just fine. He'll make a home here in the UFC, but not today. Not today. It's still Bruno's time. We were going to talk about Brunno, and y'all covered it. I think we're all in agreement here, leaning Brunno. Don't walk away. This is not a fight that you go use the restroom or you go take a smoke break. No. Make sure you're glued in the TV. In front of the TV. Be a banger.
Or just do it all from your couch.
Yeah, do it all from your couch, folks, because this one is a certified banger. Don't set off the smoke alarm, though. All right, folks, with the next one, we were just talking about Superman. Now we're going to talk about a different Superman here. We're going to the heavyweight division for a bout between Ryan Superman Spann and Lucasz Brzeski. Dean, we'll come to you first on this one. Who's your dog in this race?
I gotta take about this one. Ryan Spann should win this fight. He should, but Ryan Spann makes terrible decisions in fights. He's his own worst enemy. Spann should win this fight. He has better skills, but I could see him trying something like once he gets confident and like leave an opening for Brzeski. But I don't know. I had high hopes for Spann at heavyweight. I still kind of do, but he just makes bad decisions. So I'm going to go with Spann, but I'm not confident at all. So,
that's a bold decision, man. I can't bring myself to go with Spann. Like you said, like he should win this fight on paper.
I'm not feeling great about it, but
this is one of those that I went back and forth on. Like there's a couple of fights that I've gone back and forth on this one. This is definitely one of them. I feel like let's all be honest here. Like what, 4 or 5 years ago when Ryan Spann first came into the UFC, we were like, fuck, this guy's awesome. He's going to be great. Like, we all had that same conversation.
Yeah. And he should have been.
He had like 3 or 4 fights and you're like, oh man, I'm feeling like Dean here, a little bit less confident about that.
Yeah.
That sentence. And it just, the further he fights, it's just like, I genuinely feel like when he came in here, he was that roller coaster that was coming with the momentum. Like he started picking up speed, getting ready to go back down. And now it just feels like the roller coaster's going down. There's not really any reason for him to pick up speed again. Like he doesn't look great at the weigh-ins since moving to heavyweight. Like he doesn't look like a super strong heavyweight. He just looks like a light heavyweight that got too lazy to cut the weight. Did you see fucking Vitor Petrino last week? That's a fucking heavyweight, bro. Yeah. That's a dude you don't leave in a room with your significant other because Jesus Christ, what a stud. Like, he's a terrifying individual. He did everything John Jones hoped to do across 3 years with his physique in like 6 months by eating other grown men by the looks of it. I don't know what the hell he did, but fuck, man. Guy's built like a freaking tank. Mm-hmm. And I mean, then you have people like Ryan Spann. They're like, yeah, I'm making my move to heavyweight. And he just looks the same, but like slightly flubbier.
He's pulling a reverse.
I can't bet on him. I can't bet on him. A reverse Khalil Roundtree is exactly right. Or a reverse Killa Gorilla. Jared Cannonier. That guy started at heavyweight and somehow came all the way down to freaking middleweight.
Middleweight, that's insane.
And he looks like a different human being every time he switches weight classes. Mm-hmm. For the right reason, right? If it went in reverse, we'd be like, oh man, future's not looking so great for this big guy. That's what's happening with Superman Spann. So I'll jump off my bar stool just to say I'm betting on Brzeski. I think it's going to be one of the most boring fights of the night. He will probably go out there and sorry, Brandon, earmuffs. He will go out there and wrestle fuck his opponent.
How dare you?
I like grappling. I don't want to get a bad rep. It is going to be highly technical, but it's also going to be heavyweight. So maybe not. Maybe it's just going to be highly muscled up on, and Spann's going to be highly tired. But yeah, that's my take.
Heavyweight's tough to bet on.
It's so tough.
It is.
Just bet the overs. You just bet the overs.
Yeah.
They hit like 8 out of 10 times or 7 out of 10 times.
It takes elite athleticism. Take it back.
No.
Oh, sorry. I digress. Man, I'm not afraid to fly. I'm not that naive. Okay. I'm taking Superman here. All right. Shout out Foo Fighters. I think is that Foo Fighters? I digress. I'm trying to think of the song, but I like Ryan Spann, man. I like Ryan Spann. I do think he could find a way to hurt his opponent, the Bull, and Lucasz Brzeski. I think he could maybe knock him out. I know you mentioned it's a little boring. I'm on the other side of the fence here, my brother. I am team glass half full and full violence over here, okay? I want to see some heavyweights with the flow. Thank you, man. Well, listen, and reason being, I'm just looking at the track record here, okay? I'm going to just look at the papers, and I'm looking at a Kennedy and Dechekwu, who just knocked out Mr. Lucasz. I'm also seeing a Mick Parkin, Mr. Parkin Yakar. I mean, he's respectable, ranked heavyweight, but Ryan Spann, I like to think he can hang with those kind of guys. Don't forget about Salsa Boy. I'm talking about Waldo Cortez Acosta as well. Also knocked him out. I mean, do I need to keep on going? Well, I got another name, Carl Williams. You didn't know who that is? That's okay because not that big of a name. And he even knocked him out. Come on, man. I'm going Ryan Spann. How do you go against Superman? you need to look at that right shoulder. MMAnomaly. You need to just change your mind, okay?
Yeah.
Brandon, tell him. Go on.
It's good. I mean, I think, and I don't want to sound disrespectful, but when you have guys that are both kind of on the same level, I think they're both going to feel really confident going into it. And I think they're both going to think they're way better than the other one. And because of that, we might see them stand in the middle and just trade. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a sleeper fight because I feel like I think Ryan Spann, he's 33. I mean, they're both 33. He's got more fights. He's got a little bit more to lose in this fight, obviously. I mean, everyone's going to keep thinking, oh, here we go. Is he going to take another loss? What's going to happen? Sometimes fighters need that edge. And what if, for some reason, this move to heavyweight is where his natural body is? And excuse me, who knows? He might shock the world. I have him winning, but I can also see it. It's one that I'm unsure of, but I don't think it's going to be a boring fight.
I love that. And I hope that you're right and I'm wrong. I don't say that very often, but I truly mean it.
Yeah, me too.
And I mean, yeah, like if that's the case, like there are definitely paths to that happening, right? Like if both guys come in there with hyper confidence and they don't think the other guy can hurt him, we could see a very fast finish of two very heavy guys going and meeting in the middle and just charging at each other like bulls, which again, I'm always happy to see some bulls charging at each other in a China shop, which is what that will be.
Yeah. I hope.
The next fight is actually the one that I think has a 50-50 shot at going exactly that way. Either being extremely exciting and a like just rabid finish, or being a grindy, just slow, technical fight on the ground. And it's a light heavyweight fight, just one class lower, between Jimmy the Brute Crute and Marcin Prachnio. I mean, this is definitely an interesting fight. Like I said, I see it going exactly the same way as Brandon Stanley just said about that fight, right? Like, or the polar opposite. It's either going to be one of the more exciting fights of the night, because I think that realistically, Marcin Prachnio is one of these guys that when he shows up, if he shows up, he cracks, and he cracks hard. But sometimes he shows up and it looks like maybe there's no ammo in the gun. And he's bluffing the whole time because he's just not throwing. He's not firing anything. He's just defensive as all get out. And it really, this fight depends on which version of him shows up, because if that version of him shows up, Jimmy Crute is going to bring the fight to him. He's going to bring a relentless pressure and pace. No matter how flat-footed he might look throughout the fight, he is going to land takedowns and heavy shots. They might not make sense logically by how flat-footed he is, but he will make them look freaking damaging, man. He somehow does it every time. I like Jimmy Crute. Is he the next Jake Matthews, even though he's only 29 years of age in the similar veil? No, I don't think so. But dude is a beast. And I do believe that he's somebody that is overlooked often and is constantly improving his game. I like Jimmy Crute in this one. I think he should go out here and get it done. I think he should have the grappling advantage and realistically the technical advantage. But Prachnio is a scary dude, and I know he has the power advantage in this one. So it's a tale of one guy has to fight a perfect 15 minutes. The other guy has to land one big shot. And that's a scary, scary tale. So I'm not going to bet on this fight. But for the show's sake, I got Jimmy the Brute Crute going out there and get it done in the decision fashion. Nano, what you thinking?
I like it, my brother. Again, glass half full. I'm a little more confident, and it looks like Sav Jelly in the chat is also riding with Crute the Brute. My boy Jimmy Crute. I like him, man. You know, he's 29 years young. He's just now getting into his prime. We were just talking about that recently as well. And the one thing with Marcin Prachnio, 37 years old, I think that scares me a little bit. He's had trouble with big power guys that are well-rounded. Modestas Bukauskas, Vitor Petrino, who's not even in the division anymore. But, you know, the thing with Jimmy Crute, and I think why maybe guys like yourselves or people are hesitant, is you just look at his recent track record and it just looks nasty, right? I mean, he's 12-4-2, and a lot of that was of recent. I mean, the Alonzo Menafield, the draws, losing to an Anthony Smith, which is not ideal, but these are high caliber guys, ranked light heavyweight opponents. And that's really what he's been doing since he was 22 years old, fighting in the UFC. He's been here for 7 years now. We really seen him, mature over that time. And I think he's finally at a point where he's putting it all together. I like what I'm seeing. I think just the well-roundedness with Jimmy Crute makes me think he could get it done. Marcin, maybe before COVID or a prime Marcin, totally different scenario here. He is nasty. And just like your uncle with that wet jumper in the backyard, I mean, some things never go away. So Marcin's definitely going to have that in him. But I'm still leaning the Brute here on this. Brandon, how you feel about this one, brother?
So I will say I don't know any of the odds. I didn't look up the odds at all. So this is truly unbiased as far as Vegas is concerned. I think Prachnio is going to get this. I think he does have that dog in him. I think 37 is an age that can be a little bit scary, but light heavyweight and heavyweight, you see that's not as bad as a problem. Kind of like that late 30s. I feel like they thrive a little bit. Sometimes they blossom in their late 30s. You see in rare occasions. He beat Khalil Roundtree like 4 years ago. I can't really remember. It wasn't anything crazy, but a win over a former contender. It's hard to bet against that. Jimmy Crute has been really unpromising kind of in moments, or sloppy, I should say. And I think being sloppy against someone that has that deep of a time training as a UFC fighter, I feel like he might get himself caught, which might not get him knocked out, but I think that'll start kind of a domino effect of him trying to just like catch up for 3 rounds, which might not be very entertaining. But that's what I got. Prachnio.
I agree.
Just like that. He agrees. He's on it.
I got a take on this one. Crute's always on the verge of getting leg kick TKO'd every single fight he's been in for the past 5 or 6 fights. So I think Prachnio is gonna write this down. I think he's gonna win 2nd round leg kick TKO. and I
hold on. I'm looking at prop bets now. Is there a line for this?
If there's a line for that, that's something to think about, because every fight Crute is about to get finished by leg kick. Every single fight he's been in. So,
holy fuck. You can take Marcin Prachnio. You don't even have to choose by leg kick. You just take Marcin Prachnio round 2 at plus 1,400 odds right now on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Beautiful.
Something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, Prachnio is
he's a kicker.
Plus 270 right now, and Jimmy Crute is minus 340.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
Can you tell me the odds after we're all done, kind of like deciding?
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
That's a fun thing to hear, because that's wow.
Yeah, the odds are definitely very odd on some of these fights, pun intended. Minus 340 for Jimmy Crute in the last 3 years is a wild number. Just in general.
Me and Vegas are on an island over here, I guess. Y'all are against us.
I like Jimmy Crute to win this one, bro. We're on the same team.
Oh, there we go.
I'm just not confident.
Sorry. I forgot.
I
like Jimmy Crute to win this. I just don't like myself for liking Jimmy Crute to win this. Does that make sense?
Fair. You did say you're saying the way Ben was. That's fair. You just don't want to touch it. You don't want to touch it.
But now this fucking guy underneath me has me wanting to put like $5 on Marcin Prachnio in round 2.
Just sprinkle it in there.
Sprinkle.
Just put 10 cents, $10, $20.
When you have someone that as confidently says that, and then you look at the odds and they're over plus 1,000, you're like,
dude,
maybe that's a reason.
If you go back and watch Crute's fights, even his wins, he's about to get finished by leg kicks. He's like hopping around on one leg and he'll just somehow land a punch.
He's like the opposite of pizza. Even when he's good, he's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's pretty funny.
He just bruises easy. He's got light skin. Like skin. He just bruises easy. I'm just saying, man. You got to factor that in. Low iron, dude. Yeah.
He's baiting him like Derek Lewis.
That's what it is. That's gotta be what it is. He's never been leg kick TKO'd, yet it happens and looks that way in every fight. We're on to you, Crute.
He's got a bruise
what you're
tattoo that he has makeup on. So
he's got a bruise tattoo.
Exactly.
They start getting hungry. They're like, oh, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick.
He's like, they've fallen for my trap.
Yep.
Incredible stuff. All right, moving to the next one. We have a welterweight bout between Adam Fugitt coming in against Islam Dulatov, who we've been waiting to see fight for some time. I feel like everybody's been pulling out against this guy. We finally got one slated, knock on wood. Nano, how do you see this one turning out, man? Do you think Islam Dulatov is the truth, or do you think Adam Fugitt is going to make him forget about it?
I'm glad you said that because I was going to use it. I'm going to say forget about it. I am leaning Islam Dulatov.
Nice.
Dude's a problem, man. The Ripper, he's a little bit unorthodox just in his story, but this Czechnian man who's representing Germany, I think is every bit of as real as the hype is behind him. Fun fact, he's a model, so you may look at him 6'3", slender build, in the welterweight division, handsome, him and his three brothers, it's like, all right, fair enough. You give the man that, which is, hard for as another man, but give credit where it's due. And then you watch him fight, and homeboy does not fight like a pretty boy. I mean, he fights like a nasty dog, which I can appreciate. And you look more into his story. Yeah, I mean, he's just, listen, man, I think he's every bit as real as it gets. He's got this kind of staple blitz that he'll do, where it's just a barrage of 1, 2s, 3s, 4s, anything you want. He'll just give it to you, straight up. And I like the way he fights, man. Adam Fugitt is someone that I would say Fugitt. Maybe you want to sprinkle something on. You're going to get big odds on him at plus 470. But Islam's in at minus 650 here as the Ben favorite, and as someone that's just proven to be really, really talented. 10 years younger as well, 26 years old. I mean, what are we talking about here? I think this is I don't want to say a fixed match because it's a little too disrespectful, but like Sav Jelly said, we're on the same page again. What up, Sav? We're taking Dulatov here.
I wouldn't say fixed.
How do you bet against
it's a builder, though. Feels like a builder.
If your name's Islam, how do you bet against him? You'll even just send it there. Are you feeling the same way, Brandon?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely betting on Islam. This is again, I don't want to sound rude or disrespectful, but there are sacrificial lambs that are on the UFC roster that are there for a reason, I believe. And we saw the same thing with Michael Morales. And I think we're going to see the same thing here with Islam. They needed a blank canvas to give him for him to show us what he's got. And I fuck it. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think Islam's going to get it done pretty handedly. Maybe get a performance bonus just because it's so one-sided.
Fatality.
And a 10-year difference also. And he's coming from Germany. There's something in the water out there. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. The fact that this dude is as good as he is at 26 years of age is startling. Mm-hmm. Dean, what are you thinking, man?
Exact same sacrificial lamb. They needed somebody to get to the octagon to fight him. That's all it is. They found somebody who they could get to the octagon, and then I think they're going to try to push this dude pretty quick. Is what I think.
I think so too. I think that's a great way to put it. Both of you guys did a great job with that. Like Brandon saying they needed to find a canvas for him to paint a masterpiece, right? And you saying they just needed a body to put the octagon across from him. Like how many times did he have canceled opponents? Like literally, we do a UFC fantasy season, and unfortunately, my significant other picked Islam Dulatov for the last season, and he didn't fight because he had 3 opponents pull out. And I'm like, sorry, babe. He would have killed all 3 of those people if it makes you feel any better, but he got you no points because he didn't fight.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked that his opponent showed up to the scales today.
This is such a brutal sport.
Not once.
Like, it's so bad. And again, like we've seen this happen with numerous people, like another dude named Islam, right? Like he had, 7 out of the top 10 deny a fight with him when he was on his way to the title. And people were like, why doesn't this guy fight? Fucking, he's trying to. No one wants to fight him.
Yeah.
And he's not going to fight down 10 positions because that doesn't make any sense for anybody.
Ilya kind of felt that way too. I mean, a lot 100%. Of guys, the people that are just like, oh, for sure, I'm not fighting him right now. You know?
Yeah. Like a lot of people see it as there's a lot of risk and no reward. Like if I'm Islam Makhachev, I'm not fighting Ilya because people's biggest argument for me not being one of the greatest of the current time is, well, he just keeps fighting featherweights. If I go and beat one of the best fighters of our time in Ilya Topuria, you guys are still going to say, oh, he beat another featherweight. But if I go up and let him fight 2-3 lightweights and then come back down and beat him, now I'm the fucking man. Mm-hmm. Especially if I go up and I get another title while I'm waiting for him to do that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, JDM is a huge.
JDM's terrifying.
Yeah,
I hate that fight for Islam.
Yeah, I have JDM in that fight
too, though. Yeah, no, I do too.
Islam's a large individual. He's a lot larger than he looks. That's for sure.
Middleweight, yeah.
And he is so like I cannot stress enough. He is so strong. Like
so strong.
If you think you've rolled with or like held pads for anybody that's strong, hold pads for him. Like what was the movie The Longest Yard? He's like he's fast. He's so fast. He makes other people that are fast look not fast.
Look not fast.
Like that's how Islam is with strong people. He makes other people that are strong look not strong. And I think this Islam Dulatov character is very similar, right? Like he is just a stud through and through. And when it comes to Adam, you can forget about it. When it comes to his chances of victory on Saturday, unfortunately, it is what it is, folks. With that, we find ourselves in the actual prelims here for a middleweight bout between Ateba Gautier coming in against Robert Valentin. I mean, Nano, we were just now talking about sacrificial lambs, right? And I feel like maybe we had the conversation 3 minutes too early because we've got another one. Brandon, you did that sound effect so well. If you want to do it again.
Which one?
Bah.
Bah.
Like we've got another one in the house, folks. And we'll go ahead and go to you first. Like, am I crazy? Do you think Robert Valentin is just getting set up to go out here on his Viking shield?
Yeah, I think it's going to be another one of those things where he'll probably. I don't think it's going to be as bad as the fight before him, but I think it's going to be a pretty one-sided fight. This Gautier guy he's legit. Another youngin, 23, coming in. I mean, I know Valentin's 30, but we saw a lot against the Finney fight, Torres. Like, what are you shaking your head for, Dean? What's up? You got something to say?
Worst performance in UFC history.
Where you at, man? What's your address?
I'll never tell you.
Like wrestlers, I'm coming for you, brother.
I'll never tell you.
This is real, y'all. Just so y'all know, this was offline, is online too. Look at that. I like it. It's real beef, yo.
We keep it real.
I'm gonna smash your boy.
You hear that? You hear that, Bone?
I'm going my John Jones route.
Hey, pull me in the eye. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
I beat you to him.
Damn it.
Gotta be quicker than that.
You are fake news.
Fake news. Well, no, yeah, I'm going with the newbie.
Yeah, I like the newbie as well. Dean, where are you thinking?
I agree, but I would like Valentin to have some redemption over that Finney fight. I was on the verge of a breakdown when I was watching that Finney versus Valentin fight. So I'm like, they need to cut him.
That was the most exciting fight since Francis Ngannou and Derek Lewis. What are you talking about, Dean?
Yeah,
I agree.
My good old buddy pal.
Yeah.
We saw two guys eager to put on a show for the fans.
Yeah, I was about to cry.
Hungry for that performance of the night bonus.
But Gautier, and Valentin kind of fights stupid in the striking too.
Kind of.
I mean, like, have
stupid
you seen
in
him?
the striking, brother.
He just kind of, I don't know. He just kind of throws himself in there and hopes for the best. But
brother, who give this guy striking black belt? We need to find this guy.
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
Yeah. Dude, Islam's hilarious.
He's so funny.
Dude, remember when nobody liked him and then his personality started coming out?
You're like, oh, he's actually amazing.
I literally, when people would talk shit about him, I would literally be like, just wait until the world gets a taste of this guy. He is amazing, and you guys are all gonna love him, dude.
Just watching those training videos, like those old school, not old school,
back in the day,
back in that day,
like he took Khabib's sunglasses.
Yeah, those guys are
those are nice. Give me those glasses.
It's
Babe,
like, dang,
you
I want to be there. Yeah.
Literally, they would be doing that. Like the first year I started training at AKA is when most of those videos were recorded. I'd be walking out and they would just be huddled around the front desk, just like talking mad trash to each other. And like Javier would be recording the video. Like, hey, come check this out, Habib.
Dude, that's awesome.
Javier's a legend, dude. He's so funny.
Yeah. Legends.
And like DC would randomly walk into our class and be like, hey, boys and girls, let me show you what your coach is doing wrong. And then he would just school our coaches in any kind of like grappling exchange.
And he's one of
And then he'd be like, let me show you how I did that.
Yeah.
And then we'd all just be like, believe this? DC's teaching us stuff.
He's in love with coaching. You can tell.
Oh my God. And he's so good at it. Like some people want to be good at coaching and other people have just a natural gift for conveying a message and teaching others. Like DC has this innate ability to like make you laugh while he's teaching you very important things.
Yep.
And if I can make you laugh, that means I'm making you pay attention to everything I say.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you can regurgitate it because you'll be like, I remember this because when DC said it, he said X, Y, and Z, and that shit was funny.
Mm-hmm.
DC is great. I think they're slowly transitioning DC into the Dana role, not the full like CEO, but I think they're gonna have DC. That. They're gonna have him do the face-offs, the weigh-ins.
Dean, we're live, bro.
Oh,
can't leak the script, bro. You can't leak the script.
Sorry, Dana.
That's a crazy take.
There's a little snake in the grass.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
There he is. Found him.
I mean, honestly, though, I'm with you, bro. Like, I think that's a great idea. And he was on the stage today, right?
Yeah.
For the ceremonial weigh-in. So
I watched it and I was like, they're doing it. They're finally doing it. So
you know what's funny is I didn't think anything of it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, that's a really nice shout. Like letting the other guy from Lafayette be on the stage for it instead of Dana. But you've given me much things to think about, young Padawan. It's a great point, man. It's a great point.
If there's anything about Dean, he gives wild takes.
I'm not mad at
wild takes, dude. If you want to hear a wild take, hit up Dean.
Me and Dean just actually became friends right now.
Oh, yeah. Happened. That's why he's here.
So when it comes to this fight, I'm with you guys. I think Ateba Gautier is getting fed here. I think he's getting fed hefty. He's getting a guy that looks like a comic book character with like, you know, the fucking Norse stuff. Like when I'm not going to lie to you. This guy was the biggest letdown for me since Ryan Superman Spann. And it's just fitting that he's fighting on the same card. Because when I watched him in Tough, I'm like, dude, this guy's a legitimate Viking. He's like sleeping outside. He's like praying over the rocks and stones and stuff. Like, wow, he might actually be fucking Thor Odin's son. But no, he's just a dude who, as Dean so eloquently put it, just maybe makes stupid mistake in the striking. So like, it's true though. Like he just fights kind of silly with the striking.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Emil Meek, which I know I'm maybe saying that because he also looked like a Viking, but they have the same goofy fight style, right? Like, and this dude also admitted that one of his coaches in a training session had a knife trying to stab him. So like, that's not going to happen in the UFC. What are you doing?
You never know, dude.
Emil.
John Jones.
Very fair. Fuck.
Oscar-esque.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that. Yuri,
He's
like Johnny Walker.
He's like a not good. I don't.
Let's go for that.
Yeah.
He's like a. He's a. How do I say it? He's an off-brand Yuri Prohaska is what I was saying. That's the least disrespectful way I can put it.
Sheehan Yuri Picasso.
He's the Amazon Prime version.
Yeah.
It's like it's not going to hold up.
Sheehan. He's the Sheehan version.
Timu,
that's it. He's the Timu version.
Wish.com.
That's it. On the money.
They got him for a discount.
Discount version. Nano, are you riding the train on this one too? We all on Ateba?
Yeah, chugga choo choo back here, man. I'll be the caboose. I think he's gonna get it done probably in the first round, like Dean said. I'll ride that same train. What up, y'all in the chat? We see a lazy bed crossover. One of my favorites ever. Leroy. Great to see y'all. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a quick one. Don't leave the TV for this one either. Another 50K probably going to Ateba. Another man from
I can
Cameroon.
see him getting it done in the first round. I could definitely see him getting it done in the first round. Dude's got knockout power in both hands, and he throws freaking hammers for hands. Speaking of people that throw hammers for hands, Francisco Prado in the welterweight division in this next fight is someone that has not been given an easy path in the UFC thus far. The dude is, he's got it cut out for him, right? Like, his last fight was against Jake Matthews. The one before that was against Daniel fucking Zellhuber. We just saw one of those guys fight last week and look really good. We got another one that's fighting tomorrow night that's probably going to look pretty good. And now he's coming out here against Nikolay Veretennikov, who sounds like a Marvel supervillain, if we're just being honest here. And the dude also fights kind of like a Marvel supervillain, right? He's large, he's strong, and he's long. Dean, what are you thinking about this? Do you have a dog in this race? Who do you see taking it home?
I got Veretennikov. Prado shouldn't be at welterweight. His arms are really short. And yeah, I think this is a really bad mismatch. I don't know the odds either, but yeah, Prado's he should think about dropping down to lightweight because he's going to keep running into this. If he stays up there, and he could do it. He's not big. He's a small welterweight. So something to think about for him. So I got Veretennikov decision probably. Prado's tough, so
I like that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Francisco Prado definitely should try and cut down to lightweight. He's not a super large welterweight. There is multiple inch difference in height here, multiple inch difference in reach here, and I mean Veretennikov is no slouch. But at the same time, even with the advantages that he brings in, right? Over 4 inches in reach, as well as 3 inches in height. I just think Prado is the harder hitter. And I think this is going to be another one of those situations where one guy is going to have a very high guard, being technical, throwing strikes at range. The other guy is going to be willing to get in there, get dirty, and just dig hooks to the body. We've seen Prado do that with opponents that are a similar size to him. If a guy's taller, for me, I'm just basically like looking at the money all the entire fight, man. And I'm throwing bombs at you. So I think he's going to look to go early to the body, and as we like to say, stack pennies for a rainy day. And that rainy day is going to come in probably the latter rounds, and I could definitely see him getting a finish in there. But again, he's not had an easy route. But that even the fight that he had against Jake Matthews, it's not necessarily one-way traffic, right? He landed 64 strikes of his own, 59 of which were considered significant, to the 68 significant strikes of Jake Matthews. So he made that a gritty fight. And I don't think Veretennikov is anywhere near the talent or skill level of Jake Matthews currently. Nano, what do you think?
All right. Well, I'm taking the young buck here. That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking my first thought, actually, when I looked at this fight was a 23-year-old fighting a 35-year-old. I thought, this is something you would see in your small town, little dive bar parking lot, potentially. Some old guy find some young frat dude of some sort. Might be talking about someone like myself. I digress. No, but honestly, this is a fun one. I'm taking Francisco. I think he's talented. I do think the age disadvantage there, all jokes aside, makes me want to take the young buck here from Argentina, represent Miami, find out of American top team, iron sharpening iron out there. And I think he's just still going through that maturation process, right? Again, 23 years old. 23 years young, I should say, coming off some tough losses, but they're against some tough guys, right? A Jamie who takes no malarkey. You got a Daniel Zellhuber as well, who is fighting a Michael Johnson, who's really ascending to a guy in the division. And then Jake Matthews, who we know now is obviously a problem, and he's stacking up wins like they're flapjacks at IHOP. So I'm taking the young buck. I know maybe he's a tweener. Definitely no doubt about that. It's a big jump here, finding 170 to go down to 155. It can be done. But I would say since he is still so young, maybe now would be the time to consider those things. Otherwise, if he feels comfortable and he can go in there 100%, I think like we've seen a lot lately, you see people go up, go down, and sometimes staying at maybe what's more of your natural weight can maybe allow him to be his best self. That's all I'll say there. And I'm just taking the young buck, man. I like what I'm seeing. Starting to feel like Skip Bayless over here. It's on my own little island, just going against the grain. But Brandon, tell me how you're feeling. Let the people know.
I think that there comes a point where you can be kind of too young, like like just developmentally as a man, you know what I mean? There's a big difference between a 23-year-old and honestly a 26-year-old. So I think that being said, he has 30 minutes of ring time with two really solid fighters, especially Jake Matthews, in my opinion. So I think he's got some experience at welterweight, which is a big these guys are huge. They're grown. A lot of them are coming down from like 190. I mean, these guys are massive, and this guy seems to be coming in already with a disadvantage with that frame. But there's no way that they haven't been working specifically on that, on closing the distance against somebody that has this much of an advantage and is this scary and throws those bombs and will make you shit your pants a little bit. But you're not on that island alone, buddy. I got Prado.
Let's go, my man.
Just me.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Prado all day, baby. I like him in this fight. I think where we're really going to get a little bit dicey is in this next fight. I think we're I don't know why I feel like we're going to be a 50-50 split on this one, boys. So this next one is a middleweight bout between Marvin Vettori fighting all the way out of Mordor, Middle Earth. Let's go. Coming in against Brendan All-In Allen, going to another swamp, very similar to Mordor, a little less fire, a little more actual swamp, to fight Brendan Allen in New Orleans, Louisiana. Should be a great fight. This is actually the second time they fought. As some of you may know, Brendan Allen is actually 1-0 over him. They had a fight at the casino. Brendan landed a little three-piece, and then security got in there. So as Sav Jelly so eloquently said, all in Allen, baby. Got the signed gloves behind me in the backdrop. And I mean, dude, I love this guy. He's an absolute beast. I think he's definitely had an up and down career, but again, somebody who's not been given a ton of favors when it comes to the matchmaking, right? I like Allen in this one. I think he's slightly larger man, and I think that he is definitely a smarter man. And I don't want to bring this in because it's, it's bad vibes, it's a bad feel, and it's just a sad story. But we all know that Marvin Vettori lost his brother this past year. That's tough. If you've ever lost anybody close to you, let alone a sibling, that's not something you're going to get over very quickly. And if you come in there with that kind of mental, hindrance, and another person doesn't have something like that going on outside the cage, you are putting yourself at a massive disadvantage, right? I know there are such things as being emotionally driven to greatness, but I just don't think that this is something that's going to be that catalyst. It was a tragic loss. I think he's looking at this as a way to get back into the grind and get out of his emotions and feelings. And I think he's getting back into the gridiron a little bit too quick when it comes to this. Brendan Allen's a bad style matchup for him too. I think the best things are the things that Marvin Vettori does best. Brendan Allen he does a little bit better in my opinion. Nato, tell me I'm wrong, man.
I mean, I'm all in, right? I think I'm a little biased as well. So, bear with me, y'all. If you're looking for, an unbiased opinion, you're not going to get it here, but I'm gonna give it to you, no filter. And I think that the UFC did this fight a little bit of a disservice, man, with the amount of heat and everything that was behind it. They really should have threw this higher up on the card, in my opinion. Though I guess that's just to say how stacked this card is. So maybe it's a good problem to have. I like these two guys as far as what they've done in the octagon, their pedigree. Yes, they've had ups and downs, but we're kind of in this post-Izzy era, and it feels like the division has never really been more wide open than it might be now. Before I keep going here, Leroy Dean MMA identifies as someone who's up.
If you haven't been following this for the last 10 minutes, you've been missing
chatter. He's not going to stop until I get all caps.
So he started off by saying, why does Dean MMA have a smaller font than everyone else? Hashtag racist.
The Dean MMA fan clubs.
Hey, it's
Dean MMA, don't be silent. You need to stand up to this injustice. Bigotry will not be tolerated.
Well, I mean, I love Leroy. He's the man of the people. He's speaking.
The man, wow.
Yeah. That's just, you know what?
We need
When
I changed it, I liked it better the other way.
See, you just never please everyone. I think that's moral of the story here.
And I think the most accurate comment of all is this one. Thanks, Evan.
Well, there it is.
She said it.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is a fun matchup. Like, I do feel that if the one in Drive Turkey in action is the same as action, we know whom you stand with. Well, you know what? I'm not out here taking allegiances. Okay, I am the judge here. I am neutral as can be. I abstain. Okay, I'm just getting out of this. I'm bowing out. Okay.
I say make it lowercase.
That's not gonna. Leroy, I owe you a life debt.
I say make it
That's what's going on right now.
lowercase.
It has been done.
Ooh. Damn, that was quick. Gee. I like it. It's differentiated. That's all.
You really be your own friends.
And looking at all the emotes and looking at Dean's deltoids and those big old shoulders, boulder shoulders there. Yeah, I'm not messing with them. I'm not messing with them there. That's the fact.
Tell him what you benched. Well, tell him what you benched today. Just go ahead. Say it live.
Oh, guys, stop it.
Come on.
Do it.
Oh, tell him what you benched.
Do it, man.
315 for 4. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Not once, not twice, not 3, but 4.
It's
no
not a big
spotter.
I'm way past having a spotter these days.
If he needs a spotter, he might as well just go to the hospital. Come on, this is real.
Yeah.
If I need a
It's like
spotter,
with
I
that.
just scream throughout the public gym for somebody to come out.
She's stuck under 315. Two girls trying to just
Look
sit
like
there
a
and
fucking idiot.
yeah. Pick it up.
The custodians friggin' trying to use the mop as leverage. Yeah, no, it can get real quick. But hey, that's big dog shit right there. Out of boy, I see you.
That's crazy.
It's not a big deal, guys.
I mean, so MMA not only knew which one he was picking there. He knows what he's working with. And I mean, Marvin, similar to you, big guy, big shoulders, big boulder shoulders. Both these gents are pretty big, if I'm being honest. And what I wanted to say, and I'll leave the X's and O's to y'all. I'm leaning Brandon here, but the emotion behind this fight, with Brandon coming into his hometown, obviously they got into a scuffle. I didn't get a chance to watch some of the face-offs. Usually I like to kind of get a read on things, but who has more juice, who's calm or not. But even with Marvin, I mean, have a lot of motivation and a lot of emotion. Once you get that adrenaline dump, I'm just curious to see how both these guys look in the second, third round. And that's where I just think Brendan has more gas tank, and he has that grappling, and he's really slick on the ground. Or Marvin, to me, feels like he's more likely to make a mistake at some point. Though he is tough as nails. I mean, you got to hit him with freaking a sledgehammer to get him out of there. But Brandon, how you feeling? And it looks like we do got more ruckus in the chats here before I dish it up. Much love, y'all.
I don't think it takes a very I don't think it takes a very high man, how do I say this? It doesn't take a very high fight IQ to beat someone like Marvin Vettori, I feel, because let's remember he thought he was beating Israel Adesanya at the end of the fight. I think that alone just shows a lack of fight IQ. He kept spamming those cage pushes, something I know Brandon Allen's going to be able to circle out of and use some of that clinch work. Brandon Allen's really, really good. I know that's such a basic thing to say. I think Vettori is a solid competitor and a good wrestler, and he's very stubborn. But I think Brandon Allen's going to come in prepared, with a good camp against something like that, especially happening on this card. Brandon Allen.
All day on this one. Dean, are you with us? Or are you against us? Oh, whoops. One more time.
Said I'm against y'all. Marvin Vettori title run starting now.
I knew you were from Mordor.
I'm just joking, dude.
All the way from the halls of Mount Doom.
I was like, oh shit.
Vettori, with all the skills in the world, he wouldn't be able to win just because he doesn't
Use him.
He doesn't use his brain, and it's sad about his brother.
Yeah.
I feel for the guy, but that's only going to make it worse, in my opinion. So I think Brandon Allen I think he should have a pretty easy day in the office. But Brandon's made mistakes too. I'm not, I like Brandon Allen, but he does make mistakes. I've seen it, but
that fluffy
You're
fight,
not wrong.
A good example. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good fight, though.
That was a close fight.
That was a great fight.
Yeah.
It was a closer fight than a lot of people remember it.
I thought it was going to go to a draw.
I swear to God, I did too.
Yeah.
I literally thought it was going to be a majority draw fight.
Yep.
But I told myself it was close enough to where I wouldn't call it a robbery or be upset either way it went.
Yeah,
which I still feel that way, right? It was a close fight. Shout out Lee Francis. MMAnomaly, why have you not taken a shot yet? Fair. We usually have done at least 2 shots by this point in the show. So with that being said, I've just poured one up. Nano, I knew you'd meet me there.
I had a preemptive one.
All right, folks. Let's go.
Ooh, hot one.
Let's go.
Ooh, Siraj.
Let's go. We're doing a hot shot.
Come on.
Let's go, folks.
Oh,
Cheers to you, to everybody watching, and to Dustin Poirier's final walk. Cheers, folks.
Cheers, y'all. Salute.
Boom.
Oh yeah, Sav Jelly too. The backward shorts. Can't forget about that with Marvin.
That was hilarious, dude.
Infamous.
Dude,
Wearing the shorts backwards is like all-time incredible stuff.
Did he do it twice too? Am I mistaken? Or
He might have done it in like the pictures leading up to.
Oh, fucking Leroy. Fucking
pictures for sure.
Is that what you were laughing at, Dean? You fucking warned me. I put it up. I Ron Burgundy that shit. I'm like, this should be okay.
Oh man,
I fucking should have known better with Leroy.
This is my kind of guy over here. This Leroy.
Oh, Leroy? Yeah, dude. No. Yeah. You'd like the group chat that we're in. I feel very Leroy humor coded. Leroy Jenkins. Leroy. Oh my God! I'm calling the cops. Please do. Cheers. I'm having some Bib and Tucker bourbon. Oh, fuck yeah. Bib and Tucker. Let's go. I was going to go with the classic Jameson, but instead I got this small batch 1792 because it was on sale at Bevmo. They started adding, instead of just doing the 5-cent wine sale, they do 5-cent liquors now. So I got one bottle for full price and the second bottle for 5 cents.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That is pretty damn good.
It made me feel much better about the initial price. And look at that McAllen. That's a sexy son of a gun.
I'm a stupid man, and I paid money for this thing.
$60. That's $1,000.
$100 million. You're absolutely right. Pretty close. After tip.
I can make you rich.
Damn right.
Let's go. Let's
Damn
go.
right.
How much did you tip?
Yeah.
Enough to party.
I accidentally added 2 zeros. No.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. Put the dot in the wrong place.
Right. Needless to say, the tequila didn't stand a chance tonight. Yeah, I'm assuming you're done with that. And it's time to switch back to whiskey. Your jokes weren't this dark when you were drinking whiskey, if I'm being completely honest with you, Leroy. Yeah. My mom's calling. I gotta go see her. So stupid, bro.
Say hi to mom.
Tell your wife we say hello. And with that being said, I mean, it sounds like we're just all going Brendan Allen, even though Dean does know that he makes mistakes. It sounds like you're someone who's used to an abusive relationship. You're willing to be hurt again.
Yes, Vettori makes more mistakes. So
that's what you got to lead with.
I would say by a country mile.
Oh, I love that.
So we'll go Brendan Allen, 100% lock.
I think you might be the only other person I've heard say country mile or Texas mile like since I moved to California over a decade ago.
You answered.
Where are you from, Dean? Are you from the South?
Oklahoma.
Fair enough.
Is Oklahoma the South?
Midwest.
I mean,
to me,
it's Midwest. It's like it's South enough. I feel like you guys are cultured.
Yeah, I think
you guys have character.
Y'all got that Southern charm.
Yeah. I don't feel Southern, but I went to New York.
That'll make you feel very Southern
this year, and they were like, "Your accent's crazy," and I was like, "Y'all's are insane."
Yeah, you say y'all.
Yeah,
really, I think y'all's accent's pretty awesome.
Y'all. I do say y'all.
Yeah. Well, now I probably made it worse, but yeah, the New York accent, I had never heard anything like that in person in my life, so I was
a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to New York for the first time this year as well, and yeah, they all have very thick accents.
Yeah.
But they're really cool accents also, I gotta say.
I liked it.
Yeah, they were like, It's kind of like when someone that's British speaks, every word they say, even if you don't really care about the subject matter, you're like, holy fuck, I'm in. I'm listening.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Just talk.
Yeah, just talk. I'll just listen. Yeah.
It's like when Leroy talks. Like he's an Australian guy, so he has this beautiful Australian accent. And most of the time he's saying complete bullshit, as you see in the chat. But you listen because he's like, I might listen. Let me tell you about this bloke over here. And you're like, oh yeah, that sounds sick, dude.
I did. I'm listening.
But actually, he's just talking shit. Speaking of people that are talking shit, we got a bantamweight bout between Kyler Matrix Phillips coming in against Vinicius Oliveira. And real quick, shout out Sav Jelly as she says, kiss my arse in the chat. She actually makes little hand knitted dolls. I don't know if either of you guys watched the Helwani show, but in front of his laptop, there's a Tom Aspinall little hand knitted or hand crocheted doll. She made that.
Oh, nice.
Which is why I got to meet him in Vegas for International Fight Week, because she was going to meet him and I tagged along.
Y'all went to Nashville?
So what's that?
Y'all went to Nashville?
No, that was for International Fight Week for Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah. But she just made Loke Dog, Vinicius Oliveira, a little crocheted doll because he ordered one from her. And it arrived to him in New Orleans during fight week. So he was like posting pictures with it this week and it looks sick. You did a great job on that, Sav. Very cool. I will be ordering an Islam Makhachev doll from you so it can go next to my my Dustin Poirier that's back here in the background. All right. Sick. Need to have the set. So expect that order very, very soon. So when is the next LA or SSD? Oh, or San Diego card, I'm guessing you're saying? That's a great question, Lee. But I will tell you, whenever the next LA card is, especially if it's at the Intuit Dome, I will be there again. I don't care the cost. That's the coolest arena I've ever been in for fights. The little Halo screen they have is just, bro, it's stupid. It like, do you remember what your first IMAX film felt like? It's like that for going to a fight event. That's the best way I could describe it. The screen is just so cool and immersive. And they had like little animated stories for each of the walkouts. Like it was wild.
Yeah.
Islam's walkout during that was like, I had chills, like
wow,
head to toe. It was insane. So yeah, I don't know when the next card is in LA, but I tell you when it is happening, I will be there. And I hope to see you there too, Lee. And also I wanted to run something by you, Lee. You guys want to host the fights at your place next weekend? I'll drive out to LA. Come out and drink and have a good time, man. Let me know. Otherwise, you guys are also welcome out here in SD. But I digress. Whose turn is it to go first? I think are we on to Brandon first, right? Let's go.
I got I got Oliveira on this one. I'll come right out and say it. He seems to just have a lot of weapons, like at his disposal that he can access really quickly. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference when you're just in a flow state and you can go from things to things. And if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of what I saw in some of his past fights. Kyler Phillips is a killer. He's really hard to bet on. He's fought some really good people and he's beaten some insanely good people.
This is the best autocorrect I've seen in my entire life.
What's going on? Olives?
I've got vivacious olives.
Vivacious olives.
And this is not a casual. Like this is one of my homies that actually really watches, so I know that was auto-corrected.
Vivacious? Hey, I would say that on purpose. That's cooler than Vinicius.
Vivacious olives is a new mythic fighter.
Vinicius.
It's like sea-level Kane right there.
That's hilarious.
I love that you're going with Vinicius.
Yeah.
And so you're saying you see a lot of weapons that he has. So question, do you think that he gets it done inside the distance then?
No. I don't think his finishing capabilities might not quite be there, but his position is there really well. He's very position over submission. He flows really well. He's got a really high fight IQ, I feel. I remember watching him and just thinking, this guy's scary. This guy's and I was like, this guy's a bantamweight? Holy crap. This is the next Charles.
He's so big. He's such a large bantamweight, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Dean, is your head in the same space here?
Yeah, I'm surprised he made weight, but
but he always does. Like he doesn't really miss weight, does he? Like he just looks like he probably should.
He looks like he should fight at 45 for sure. But Yeah, I got Vivacious Olives by TKO as well. What he did to Nurmagomedov, that was very impressive to do that to a Nurmagomedov. And Kyler is very good. It's just I think this.
Oh man,
yeah, the Kalabib, and yeah, I got Vivacious. That should be a lock too. But
what are the odds for it?
Yeah,
Vivacious Olives. Let's look at these odds here. It's a plus 124 on Kyler Phillips, minus 148 on Vivacious Olives.
That's fair.
Yep.
Otherwise known as Vociferous Olivia.
Vociferous Olivia.
Say it all the time.
I might even go round 2 TKO.
TKO.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you just want to take them inside the distance, I think you can get that at plus odds. Let's see here.
But I agree with Brandon. He doesn't have finishing. He doesn't have a lot of finishes. Has struggles with that. But
if you think he gets a win by knockout or TKO, it's plus 300 odds right now. If you think he gets a win by submission, it's plus 1600 odds.
He had
probably not
good
submission.
Jiu-jitsu.
He's got great jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's like slept on because he doesn't have to use it often, I think.
Kyler's very good, though.
He is.
But that guy is very tricky on the feet.
So I'll agree with you to an extent, Dean. Like I'm not gonna disagree that Kyler's not good, right? Like he is good, but and again, at the risk of sounding like a dick, he may have the most inappropriate nickname I've ever heard a fighter have, right? Like his nickname is Matrix, but every time he throws hands, he leaves his head on the center line. Like this is literally what it looks like when he throws strikes. He's not moving. There's no fucking doing the rainbow to dodge shots, you know, like he's not fucking Rafael Fiziev here. So I think it's a bad matchup because of exactly what Brandon said, right? Like the tools that Vinicius brings in, I would say are sniper-like accuracy, great timing, and power and pop in his shots. All three of those things are terrible for someone who leaves their head on the center line and likes to fight aggressively. Do you remember what happened when Kyler Phillips fought Rob Font? He literally got beaten by a jab for 15 minutes, bro.
Rob Font does that to a lot of people.
Well, yeah, Rob Font has like the second best jab in the fucking sport. But that's besides the fact.
Make adjustments, you know.
But exactly. It doesn't change the fact that literally he didn't even have to use the other side. He just jabbed them for 15 minutes. And if he's able to do that, what's Vinicius going to do when he jabs him and the guy starts moving forward? He's like, I can eat the jab. I'll just move forward past one. He eats the jab, moves forward, and then walks onto a knee. I truly think that's what's going to happen. I think Vinicius is going to backstep, walk him forward, and make him walk face first onto a kneecap.
He's so scary.
He's so scared. The timing, dude. Yeah. I literally said second round in a show I did earlier with some of my buddies. Like, I think second round knee from Vinicius. I truly think so. And it's not even because he's going to take damage or anything in the first round. He's going to download data and set things into place. He's going to set traps, and his opponent's going to fall for it. Before I pass it over to Nano, what's up, Western Mass Climber? Hope you're having a great night, brother. I don't think Kyler has a snowball's chance in hell. I mean, that's fair, bro. As you heard my breakdown, I'm trying to toe the line with not quite saying that, but also saying that. Lock Dog's only KO losses, or only losses are KOs. Kyler's only losses are decisions, which is funny because I think Kyler's only path to victory here is a decision, and Loke Dog likely gets a knockout. Isn't it funny how MMA math doesn't make any fucking sense sometimes when the wrong people match up?
I still try to do it, but
all the time, all the time, bro.
It's hard not to, because that's that in almost any other sport you can apply that. Like basketball, football, like, oh, they stomped this team stomped them. They're probably gonna win. I
love MMA math.
Dude, you just love seeing wrestlers get sent to the shadow realm, and we all know it. And I think it's time someone calls you out for it here live.
There it is.
Not all wrestlers.
Come on, Dean. Let's fight. Let's set up a fight in October, huh?
Time for the main event.
Just the ones incapable of violence. You know,
what's your weight at right now?
I think probably Probably 122 pounds.
All right. You think you can come up to 155?
You're gonna have to come down.
Bulk up.
Easy.
Dude,
Hey,
as buff as you look, 122, what are you, like 5'1"?
he's talking kilos.
I wear
I'm already in your head.
I was like, 1-0, yeah, 1-0,
You're
1-0.
gonna have to come up to 230.
All right. How about we meet at like 165
Not meeting
catch weight?
anywhere.
It is.
Not meeting anywhere.
You just dropped 50 pounds. No big deal.
Then I'm not fighting you, Dean. It's 165 or you're scared.
You're scared.
Seems about right.
That sounds fair.
That's
not fair.
Meet me at 265. We both gain weight.
All right. It's bulking season.
We got 2 months. We got 2 months.
Sav said, I fucking love wrestlers winning by hugging. I thrive on that shit. Just thinking about it is making me feel some type of great way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon agrees.
All right.
Think about seeing a nice double leg in the first 20 seconds, and then you just see him laying in side control right next to the cage for the rest of the round, and then you see that for every round. Isn't that awesome? Doesn't that sound great?
Hold on. Brandon, can you just run that line one more time for me?
Imagine, wouldn't you just prefer a big juicy wrestler stepping in there?
Oh my God! He's picked up the rolling. Yeah,
you gotta get your hands on that guy. You gotta get him mounted. You know what I mean?
You have Peyton Talbot and Felipe Limes.
Dude, yeah.
Lima the other week. Come
on. Dude, Peyton Talbot
was
representing the
steamy. Yeah.
Wow.
That was good stuff. No, yeah, I mean, Sav Joe, look what you made us do. You got us all hot and bothered over here.
Speaking of that, Paula Costas,
she
loves handsome. Well, we're
I mean, he is a good-looking fella.
I was watching the press conference with my girlfriend, and I'm like, is this? You can tell me, like, isn't this guy just a dime? And she's like, what? No, gross. He's ugly. And I got kind of upset. I was like, that's a gorgeous human being right there.
Well, Islam is on the card.
It truly is. It truly is.
He's not even the best looking one on the card.
Yeah, their relationship hasn't been the same since.
Islam's really, really kind of up in that stage, isn't he?
He's a Gucci model. What more do we need to say? Good enough for Gucci. He's good enough for
Abercrombie.
Apparently, this wrestling talk is doing it for everybody. I mean,
yeah, seriously.
See him up to it.
Oh, so don't laugh at us. How dare you?
Someone here just called you Macho Man Robin Williams. Listen here, the cream of the crop, it rises to the top, brother. Snap on into a fight breakdown.
And MMA or WWE would do good getting MMAnomaly on there.
I'd have way too much fun.
I mean, you got the voice for it.
I'd be like Mankind, though. I'd have to do like 3 different characters that have nothing in common. Like at the same time, simultaneously.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Like Glass, you just have different like characters.
Like he entered the Royal Rumble 3 times in the same night. He's the only person to ever do that. Because he did it as different characters.
That's pretty cool.
He's fucking incredible, bro. Dude Love, Cactus Jack, and Mankind.
Probably didn't win, did he?
Man.
I mean, no. He got eliminated 3 times.
Not even.
Which is also impressive. Come on, Brandon, don't be a hater.
Yikes.
Oh, no. But I love when people are able to do that kind of shit. Check that out. Just sub to @DeanMMA. Was going to sub to Brandon Stanley, but couldn't find you. Also, unstopped to the left, stop left and right. Leroy, we appreciate your support, my guy. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Leroy.
Miss B is here, which means we definitely need to pour up another shot, Nano. I mean, this deserves a shot in itself. The Macho Man Robin Williams. This is fucking. I might legally change my name to that.
Here's a fun question.
Let's hear it.
Do you think alcohol is a PED in power slap?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Alcohol and cocaine are probably the top 2 PEDs in power slap, I would say.
Do you think they drug test them for alcohol?
No, they don't drug test them for anything.
They don't drug test them for anything. Do you remember when they tested them after one of the events and like 6 out of 8 people failed for cocaine?
Oh, yeah, dude. I'd have to be.
That's a real thing. I didn't make that up.
Well, immediately after. Well, I mean, that's why are you going to test them then?
Well, I need a hit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, my face is fucked up. I mean, but also if you do it before, like, doesn't The Weeknd have a whole song about that? I think it goes something like, I can feel my face when I'm with you. He's talking about coke. He's talking about coke.
Just a bunch of gummies, just rubbing it around the gums.
Brother.
And just getting all
coke.
If I did power slap, I would probably take up coke, and that's definitely not my drug of choice.
Would need it. It's like a multivitamin if you want to be in power slap.
Like, look, cocaine makes you feel invincible and do stupid things. Weed makes you slow down and sometimes be able to think things through better, especially if you have ADHD. There's a reason MMA fighters, most of them smoke weed. And power slap fighters, most of them do coke. They
and it turns your bad feelings into good ones. Oh,
and you never once paid for drugs, do we? Not once.
You don't want to watch the cokeheads, do you?
No. I mean, could you imagine if those guys were in MMA? I mean, we had one of them. He was a world champion at a very young age.
Yeah. A long-time reigning champion.
Johnny!
This man is a look-see-do fighter.
Costa was maybe on something at the press conference too.
Ooh.
Oh, Costa was on the Conor McGregor pre-workout special for sure.
He was on something, dude.
He was like literally tweaking and twitching the entire time. It was wild. With that being said, Nano, cheers to you. Cheers to the rest of the people in the chat. Miss B, we see you. We know you're raising one up with us. Also, we see you, cuz. Cheers to everyone else. Cheers to the growth. Let's go.
Raiders. Let's go. Well, listen, y'all, I'll be short and sweet because I love the banter, but all jokes aside, I'm going my boy Kyler Phillips, okay? He's out here in Arizona representing MMA Lab. No, MMAnomaly said he's a little too linear for his liking, but I think he's awkward, man. He's a guy that moves, and he's got this weird rhythm that I think is going to make it really tricky. But the reality is, Vinicius, which if I'm going to keep it real, it's probably one of the coolest names I've ever heard, is a problem. And he's very similar. Like, I do literally, I'm like, God, I kind of want to name my son that. Vinicius.
I got to be honest, it does feel like a missed opportunity to have the nickname Vinicius.
Vinicius.
Yeah. Come on, bro. It's just low-hanging fruit. It's as good as Andre Touchy-Feely. Come on.
That's probably the best nickname.
Got to spam his DMs.
Yeah. That is why I was going
I'm trying to get him on the show.
Jelly. I know you. I'm not a sore thumb. Okay, maybe I am a little sore thumb. Maybe I'm just leaning into the heel today. I'm being a villain of some sort. Because I know Vinny Olives is your boy, but I got to go with the hometown kid, man. And you know, he's sitting there at a plus. What was it, 148 odds? It's pretty close to a pick 'em. I think Vegas isn't too far off here. They're having or plus 124. Excuse me. That's close enough for me. If I was gonna take a dog. Out of everyone we've covered so far, this would be the one I'd say, hey, I'm going to do a little hedgeroni pizza on this. Take Kyler maybe by a long shot decision. And then, hey, you want to take it up a notch, maybe take Vinny by TKO. I could definitely see TKO happening if that's going to be the path to victory for a little Vinny Olives. Brandon, it sounds like everyone's in agreement here. You're taking Vinny. You like what you've seen from him thus far?
Oh, yeah.
No, I guess
it's Olives.
I mean, he's the captain of the Vinny train right now.
Vinicius.
I will say it will not surprise me if Phillips pulls it off.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is the MMAnomaly show. Yeah. The dude is a fucking MMAnomaly. Like, when he's supposed to lose, he wins. When he's supposed to win, he loses. Like, we saw that against the jab of Hobby Funch. With that being said, folks, it is time for us to get into the main card, and I could not be more stoked about it.
It's time
for a lightweight bout between Michael the Menace Johnson coming in against Daniel Zellhuber. My goodness, oh me, oh my. Dean, take the lead on this one, my friend. Who are you taking and why?
I'm gonna go. I'm Zellhuber. I think Michael Johnson's. I don't know, dude. This was tough for me. I haven't been able to decide on this one. I think Zellhuber, younger. I think he has better skills, but Michael Johnson, you feel like he's on retirement, and then he just lands a crazy KO. You know, his last fight. What was his name? Johnson's last KO.
Ottman. Yeah, Ottman.
Ottman and Zaitar? Mr. Potato Head?
Yeah. That was insane. that being said, that I don't feel like that's happening to Zellhuber. He's too fast. So, and he's got good fight IQ, Zellhuber. So I'm gonna go with Zellhuber.
Fair.
Finish. I'll say finish. Yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe first round because Michael Johnson, he either gets violently KO'd or he doesn't. It's
fair,
and it's usually pretty quick. So
you're not wrong. Zellhuber in the first round, MJ was always the guy to beat the guy and lose to the rando, but no more. Zellhuber retires him for good. I'll be honest. This is one that I actually went back and forth on quite a bit. Right. I thought going into this one originally, like, okay, cool. Should be a fairly easy Zellhuber win. But then at the press conference and the media day, I feel like Zellhuber might possibly be drinking his own Kool-Aid. He seems like there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. And I feel like he's treading upon crossing that line in the wrong direction, if that makes sense. And Michael Johnson, like, look, I think it's fucked up that they're putting him to open the main card on Dustin Poirier's final fight, considering he's one of the last people to knock out Dustin Poirier before Justin Gaethje. Isn't that funny? Isn't that something? It's weird. He knocks out guys that he's not supposed to knock out. He did it against Dustin Poirier, who's my favorite guy. Zellhuber is one of my favorite up-and-comers currently, so I can't help but have this sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach that this fucking guy is going to do it again, bro. So I'm part of this underdog competition with a bunch of other podcasts, and this is one of my 3 dogs I had to select this week. Yeah, I had to take him. I think he gets it done. And I don't know why, and I'm probably going to do a shot in regret next week for being wrong on this one. I think he gets it done inside the distance, man. Nato, tell me why I'm wrong and why the young man is gonna make me eat those words and a shot next week.
Well, I think a lot of it, or maybe half of it, is certainly age. When you look at the 26 years young here in Daniel Zellhuber, sitting at a very heavy favorite, and over 6 foot, 6'1" here in a lightweight division. All these things indicate someone with some power and just poses a lot of problems for most people you're going to be matched up with, regardless of age and all of that. But then you really look at it, and man, I mean, Michael Johnson, 39 years old, like you said, he's kind of struck gold. Lightning doesn't strike twice, typically in the same spot. So I don't know if I'm going to rely on someone that's kind of in the twilight of their career to, completely be able to turn back the clock. This isn't Back to the Future. We got to look at where things are. And yeah, maybe he's a little cocky. And honestly, I think a lot of it is Michael Johnson trying to make a chip for himself. I think he's trying to talk himself into the fight a little bit more. You cannot like what people say. I didn't hear anything that was scumbaggish or, dick riding, as Michael.
Well, it's not what he said. It's what he did to get the fight. He started posting clips of Michael Johnson getting brutally knocked out in the UFC and tagging him and tagging Sean Shelby. That is a pretty scumbag move.
You think that's what he did to get the fight, or do you think he started doing that once they maybe announced it?
No, he admits that he did that to get the fight. He even said at the press conference, he's like, I did it and you're here, so shut the fuck up and fight on Saturday.
Wow.
Well, I like it.
That's what Zellhuber responded with in his broken English. It was I'm not gonna lie,
that's where, yeah, I mean,
I know for a fact that with the confidence he said that, he practiced that line in the fucking mirror, bro.
Had to have, yeah.
The way he delivered, I'm like, all right, Zellhuber, I'm not a fan of the trash talk, but good on you. That was actually solid as hell.
That was a good line.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, English isn't even as.
Yeah, and then he looks at him and he lets Michael keep talking. He's like, sit down and shut up. You're here.
We need more of that right now.
Honestly,
we need some steam. We need.
I'm not
some more
mad at
heat.
it, bro.
And so I like that. Michael's kind of honestly add more fuel to what might be his own cremation here. Might be adding the own fuel to his own fire. I just think Daniel's good, man. And it's like, to use the baseball reference, kind of used in other sports earlier. You could be a dominant pitcher in your prime, but you lose a couple miles per hour on your fastball, or your curve isn't curving as much as it used to. That small difference makes such a huge impact when it comes to the elite of the elite, the top, the cream of the crop here. And I think Daniel's just closer to that than it is just some, Ottman, right? I mean, let's call it what it is. there's levels in this game, and I think we're gonna see a little bit of a passing of the torch. But hey, Michael Johnson's an OG, triple OG. I'm hoping he goes out on his shield and puts on a good show for us. But Brandon, how you feeling about this one, my brother?
You know, a star definitely was born at the Sphere. Daniel, like he lost that fight, and still
it was a war, but yeah,
that was one of the best fights I've ever seen. I remember watching him in that first round dominating, because he dominated that first round. If I'm remembering right, he came out really good, and I thought, oh, this kid's going to be incredible. And then I feel like taking a loss like that, especially this early on when the rankings aren't in the mix and you're not really fucking up a title run, taking a loss like that is actually really good for your career. And I think that makes you way better, and it shows more of who you are as a fighter, and you get more things to take from. That being said, you're not a great fighter unless you get knocked out by Michael Johnson. I think that's going to happen. That's who I got, Michael Johnson. I don't think you're good at fighting unless you lose to Michael Johnson. Come on, somebody.
Let's go.
Very true.
What a setup. Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're talking about the main card here, buddy. My heart's in this.
I love that.
You're natural on the mic. Let's go.
Where you at, Connor?
Oh, going straight to the top. I like it.
Where's he at?
Connor, where you at?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck?
Oh, shit. Oh, good timing. Good timing.
Oh, man. So are we... I mean, we're split a little bit here, right?
Who'd you go with?
I got
Dean?
Michael Johnson.
I went to the bathroom. I heard you say Michael Johnson. I missed Dean.
I'm going Zell Huber.
I went Zell Huber, but I'm very torn on this because of Johnson's track record of just.
And I know how stupid it is to say Michael Johnson right now. I understand.
Bro, I literally picked him because he knocked out.
You want to know the odds?
I think he does it again.
Come on.
Minus 625 for Daniel Zell Huber, plus 455. So.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, Michael Johnson's going to knock him out then with those.
Yeah.
Oh, we're putting units on Michael Johnson.
With that back foot.
That actually has just been decided.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Connor left over the top. Yep.
He's going to throw
2 units
one
on Michael
overhand,
Johnson,
and then he's going to throw another overhand, and then he's going to throw one more overhand, and it's just going to connect and knock him out.
You know what? I was going to say we'll put 2 units on Michael Johnson, but why don't we actually just have a little bit of fun with it? Put 1 unit on him, and then 1 unit on him to win by knockout at plus 1,200.
That's a good one.
Why the fuck not?
That's how you head, y'all.
That's a fun one. So if you put 1 unit, no matter what your unit sizes are, right? Whether they're $550, $500, if you put 1 unit on Michael Johnson money line, that 1 unit turns into 5.55 units. If you put 1 unit on Michael Johnson by knockout, TKO, or DQ, 1 unit turns into 13 units. That's a fun bet. And that's one that I've just talked myself into. And it took far less alcohol than it should have, folks. So with that, we move into the next bout. It is a bout between featherweights Dan 50K Ige and Patricio Pitbull. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, wits. I'm going to let Nano take the lead on this one because I am very, very curious to hear each and every one of your thoughts on this. Just the Bellator fighters coming to the UFC. The tale continues, huh?
It's exactly that, right? And not that this is necessarily Patricio Pitbull's welcome party. He did get a little rain on his welcome party about 3 months ago, and that was to Yair Rodriguez, who came out and whooped him up for 15 minutes. Patricio is someone that, I mean, man, it just feels like a woulda, coulda, shoulda in some ways. You know, he's 38 years old. Would have loved to have seen what he could have done throughout his prime in the UFC. But at the same time, hey, I mean, he was able to be a guy, you know, a bigger fish in a smaller pond, able to make a name for himself out there. And I'm hoping he could put on a good show, right? Similar to a Michael Chandler.
Waiting for this. I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Woo. You know, and it's one of those things like I put Pitbull in that kind of Michael Chandler. Well, I guess just him and Michael Chandler, really, as far as people that have come in from Bellator that are solid, put on great shows, but I don't expect them to always win. Doesn't mean that he's not going to still be on another card moving forward. He'll fight as long as he wants.
Don't forget about Mr. Van Zant, bro. He's also come from Bellator. He's done okay.
There we go.
Mr. Austin Vanderford.
Yeah, Vanderford. Yeah, he did get a win. Did get a W. But I just don't see that same future in store for Patricio. I just think Dan 50K Ige is that good. He's super well rounded. He's fine with those boys in Extreme Couture, Eric Nixick and Strickland, who's now suspended, so he's probably gonna have more time being able to coach up the guys.
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, you can't go around punching people in the face. You hate to see it.
That is true. He should not have stormed the cage.
Let him.
Right.
The guy was being a jerk. I mean, certainly warranted. An FU maybe, but yeah, unfortunately you gotta pay the piper on that one.
I think this sport should be like kind of the exception. You know
That's
what I
fair.
mean? Like
Honestly,
we should all be like, they're all fighters. They got into a fight. Just like the whole
Yeah.
Colby Covington Masvidal thing. I'm like, you know what? Don't press charges,
Let
you
'em.
bitch.
Yeah, it would have been better.
That was a bit malicious. Homie was
Yeah,
like,
no, it was. I don't wanna get
looking
canceled.
for the guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, with all due respect, that's my only beef with the Nelk boys. Like, apparently they tipped off Colby Covington, and one of them texted him and told him that they were there
Oh damn.
because he was doing a podcast with him, or Colby was doing a podcast with him, and one of them literally texted Jorge back and was like, "Oh yeah, we're at such and such," and he's like, "Bet."
I don't like those guys.
Not at all.
I don't wanna.
As soon as I saw that or heard that, I was like, "Oh, dude, no."
The Nelk
Any
boys,
chance of respect is done.
they're casuals.
They are casuals
Yeah.
that somehow get gifted more money from
Just
Dana
got
White for their
locked in.
birthdays than
Yeah.
fighters get for.
Yeah, what is
performance of the
going
night
on,
bonuses.
man?
Wonder why that is.
Why?
I think Dana's son's a big fan, and then like they got kind
He's
of
buying brownie points?
and then now they're full send, Happy Dad, excuse me.
yeah.
I think they just kind of got in cahoots. But hey, at the end of the day, in business, sometimes it's who you know, and that is literal. I don't want to say nepotism, but it's kind of an olive branch from that. But I like Dan 50K Ige, man. I mean, I'm taking the UFC. I'm a homer, but I do think his boxing is going to give Pitbull some problems. Pitbull is a little bit shorter, stockier, so it's going to be hard for him to get inside. And Dan's no slouch on the ground as well. Again, he's going to be coached up well from Extreme Couture and Eric Nixick and those guys. Coach of the year last year, one of my favorite coaches out there. I can't think of a reason not to go with my guy Dan 50K Ige, but maybe I'm sipping Kool-Aid. Brandon, are you? Well, I guess are you sipping the same Kool-Aid, or are you?
I'm
liking
sipping
what
that
you see from
same
Pitbull?
watermelon Kool-Aid with a mix of that green apple.
Oh,
which is
better
Danny-
Watermelon green
Better
apple, you
move.
dirty
Watermelon
girl.
green apple, dude. Yeah.
My
What can I
goodness.
say?
Naughty boy.
We break the rules. We do things that are considered illegal. And my neighbors probably just heard me say that, and they're calling a SWAT team. Shh.
It's bugged.
No, I'm sipping.
Camera's
from
following you
tin.
right now. Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I got that.
All of a sudden they're on you.
He has a cameraman that lives with him.
My head movement
Yeah, that's
can't see my
production.
That's
camera.
actually incredible.
Can't let you get close to me. Can't let you get close.
I can't let you get close.
to me now.
Can't let you get close.
Double leg. Philly Shell.
That's the Hollywood studio that lives with him.
Yeah, guys, can we get some lighting up in here? And where's my coffee? My bad, guys. I thought I was on mute.
No, you're good.
No, I got Dan Ige,
Classic.
100%. I actually was not feeling that confident until I just sat there and thought about it for a second and was like, oh, it's going to be Dan Ige. He's going to come out. He's going to rise to the occasion, I bet. We saw Pitbull. Pitbull's had a long, good career. It sucks that he doesn't have the experience of a UFC fighter. I think 1 year in the UFC is like 6 years of Bellator as far as competition level and stuff like that, and like the experience that you gain from like mat time with these guys, cage time. So experience and just he's been coming out. He's got a little streak coming. So Dan Ige.
Agreed. Dan Ige. I don't think any of those Bellator. I don't think Michael Chandler ever deserved to be in the top 5, top 10. Like, if you think about it, he beat Dan Hooker and then Tony Ferguson.
And he was getting pieced the fuck up by Tony in the first round, kid.
He lost the first round.
I literally went back and watched that fight like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, fuck, Tony looked so good in the first round. He looked like a sniper. And then he almost dropped him.
Dude, I don't think Michael Chandler's good at all.
Not at
I think
all.
It's the perfect fight for Conor McGregor. I don't know why he pulled out with a broken toe. He would have won.
It's the only
100%.
winnable fight in the top 15 for Conor.
Yeah. I think Dan Ige, by like, you remember when he knocked out Adrian Yanez? it's going to be one of those violent knockouts like that, a big overhand, probably in the first round. Pitbull, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think I think the only guy from that Bellator era right there that could have success is AJ McKee. But yeah, Patchy Mix, we saw what happened. Chandler, Pitbull. I just don't think it translates over to the UFC.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I mean, you're absolutely right about Michael Chandler. Like, he's never been great.
He never belonged.
Like, he's a good talker. He'd be so good in WWE. Conor McGregor, if you can ever get your house in order and get your ass back in the octagon, and I'll see you at the top. Like, dude, you add a brother to that. He's literally, he's right there in the NWO, brother.
Yeah, that's cringy.
It's always that. Oh, and by the way, everybody he's ever called out has beaten him, not named Conor McGregor. Like that, I'm not making that up. He called for a rematch against Charles. He got finished. Like, he called for a fight against Dustin. He got finished. He called for a fight against Paddy Pimblett.
Oh, man.
Got finished. Got
absolutely
mauled.
shit on.
That was hard to watch.
Got housed, bro. He got fucking housed.
Patty's
by Paddy. Patty's a problem. And I used to hate on Paddy because he had that tendency of a new striker where when he'd get hit, he wouldn't do this and back off. He'd do this, which is very worrisome as an MMA fan. I'm like, that boy's going to get knocked the fuck out in here in a few years. Yeah. And he still fight. It drives me nuts, dude. I know if any of my Muay Thai coaches watch his fights, they're like, this guy sucks. This guy sucks. Like, because you just don't do that. There's only been one guy that's been able to get away with that and make it good for him, and his name's fucking Israel Adesanya. Oh, and it's backfired on him before too.
Yep.
Like, it's not a good tendency. Aspinall does, but Aspinall is so tall, he gets away with it. Paddy doesn't have that luxury, even at lightweight. Like, he just doesn't. And if he fights somebody like a Charles Oliveira or a Dustin Poirier, God forbid, like, Dustin would have done bad things to him.
Imagine Taporia.
You leave your chin in the air?
Hey, we're not talking about Taporia.
Hand sanitizer, boy.
Leave him out of this.
We're not talking about Taporia.
Dean!
Sorry, guys.
Where's the wig? Where's the wig?
Even the way his gloves fit him, he looks so awkward. He looks like he's fighting like this.
He does. Like,
he has
old
two guns.
old style, like Irish boxer almost. It's funny as hell.
Go on. Come on.
Come on, then.
Put him up.
Put him up. Put him up. Put him up.
Come on.
So all of that sidetracking to say, I'm with you guys here. I think Dan 50K Ige is just gonna do bad things here. I actually think, Dean, you said it best. Like, it's going to be a just nasty overhand knockout. I can see it happening in the first or second round. Patricio Pitbull, you got to realize, like, this guy landed, 2-7 on strikes in his last UFC fight against Yair Rodriguez, or as Chael calls him, Yair. I mean, just tough stuff, man. Like, Yair doesn't even have a great gas tank. Pun intended. But Yair never looked gassed in that fight against Patricio Pitbull. He was eating everything Yair had to give him. And I think this is just going to be more of the same. The difference is Yair throws volume and steam, but he doesn't throw a ton of power. Dan Ige, as soon as he thinks you're hurt, exactly, he's boom.
He wants that
he's
money.
slinging lead over the top. And like, he's one of these guys that's an old style. Like, if he throws an overhand, if he sees you moving out of the way, he'll just turn his arm over and hit you with the backside of his fist, cover more surface area, and also close more distance. I've seen him do it. And that's a vet move, bro. It's nasty. You ever been hit with one of those in sparring stand-up? Like, it doesn't feel good. Like, even with boxing gloves on, it doesn't feel nice. So I think he lands something like that on Saturday. And I think we might all be in unison on this one, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking go! We love
Easy
a full
pick.
house. I'm wondering if we're going to end up being a full house pick on this next one, though. It's a welterweight bout between Kevin Holland, a.k.a. Big Mouth, and Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. Brandon, tell us how you feeling about this Big Mouth fight.
I think we're all in agreement. This has got fight of the night written all over it. Truly. I think D-Rod looks really good in his last fight. Although it could have gone both ways. I think they both kind of looked pretty good. He's been on a great little – his striking has been looking so good. But I saw that it was at welterweight, and I was like, Kevin Holland. I actually – Dean was the one that reminded me that today. He was like, no, that's at welterweight. Because you never know with Kevin. You never know. He's such a gamer.
If he stays at welterweight, he could literally be a future champ.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Potentially. You never know. Maybe.
It could happen. I mean, he's got some absolute brick walls. But there's nothing. I mean, he could have that Adesanya, but he's got that black belt in jiu-jitsu too. You know? I think Kevin Holland's striking is really fun. He's obviously can be a little sloppy with it, almost on purpose, it seems.
100%. He does. If he's sloppy with it, it's to bait people in almost in the same way that DDP is sloppy with it.
Yeah.
Like we've heard literally. Have you seen the couch conversation between Robert Whitaker and Israel Adesanya? Robert's like, I was in there fighting him, and I thought, wow, he's really slow, and then he knocked me out.
Yeah. and then I
fucking hilarious, dude.
He got knocked out into like an ankle pick low level shot.
He got knocked.
I was like, what is? I've never seen someone get knocked into a takedown and then like.
And he caught the ankle pick on the way down after he had already dropped this dude's body.
That was just. I laughed at that because he was stuck against the cage.
He's the definition of an MMA anomaly. I think that's safe to say. Yeah. I actually felt the same way, dude. And I feel like Dean's probably going to be on the same beat since he's the one that put you on the welterweight 5 here. Oh,
you on mute?
There we go.
Kevin Holland is on I'm not going to say a title run. I'm going to say a title shot run.
I like that.
I don't think he can get the belt. Especially if you have like a strong grappler, like a Sean Brady up there, he would have trouble with a really imposing grappler, like a Usman or a Brady. But most of those guys he beats, JDM with the exception, because we've already seen it. But yeah, I think Kevin's on a title shot run until he runs into. I even think he beats Bilal because he's not like a strength grappler. It's more of a Sean, like the Sean Brady type that feel like a middleweight because that's where he has all the trouble. But yeah. I think it'll be a great fight with him and D-Rod, but I think
I could see that though. I could see if he got like in the top 7, they'd be like, you know what, fuck it. We got a big break in welterweight right now. Everybody's fighting each other. Or even if he's just like a backup and someone misses weight, I could see Kevin Holland them giving him a shot if he gets
sneaking in there.
Wins.
Yeah. I bet we'll hear this. I bet we'll hear this one time during the fight interview tomorrow. They're going to talk about how tough D-Rod is, even though Kevin Holland really won, I would say dominantly. It's going to be a great fight, but they're going to praise D-Rod's toughness. You know how they always do whenever somebody just gets the shit beat out of him for a long time. They're going to say, oh, it's hard. He's so tough. That's going to happen with D-Rod.
This guy just shows so much heart every time he's out here, guys.
Exactly.
Like, what a guy.
Wow.
What a guy. Look at him.
Shots.
Look at him. He's eating those shots. I mean, Kevin's giving him everything he's got, and he just can't put him away. Is there anything that this guy can't take on the chin? Let's give it up for D-Rod, you guys. Like, well, come on. Come on. What heart?
And he's literally like someone his coaches need to be throwing in the towel.
Yeah. Dana's like,
damn towel.
His coaches are like, do you want... Like, do you want me to do you want me to throw it?
They're like, don't make me
like,
answer that. Just throw it. Shit.
Just eating shots.
I don't want to be the one.
We sent him straight to the hospital.
Yeah,
we sent him straight to the hospital. He's gonna be all right. We're gonna make sure he's taken care of. We also talked to him. We made sure we took care of him.
Yeah, we sent them both to the hospital. Like, dude, that wasn't.
I love when Dana says we made sure we took care of him, which means we paid him what we already disclosed we were going to pay him. Nothing more, nothing less.
We made sure he was covered his medical bills.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Kevin Holland. I think if this guy stays at 170, just as Dean said, like, he's not on a title run, but he is on a title contender run, right? He is on a run to the title run. He's on a title jog, if you will, right? He's working up speed to the title run. And I think that this is the beginning of that. He's on a bit of a tear right now. Shout out Sav. She said no bias because that's her smoking buddy these days. Sav.
Kevin Holland. No way.
He showed up in Vegas while we were there and hooked her up. He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy.
Little reefer.
Little reefers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you smoking reefers? I think I might want to try me some of that reefers.
Sounds addictive.
Yeah, so
it's not habit forming. Oh,
it's not habit forming. It's the cheapest drug in the world, Dewey. Dewey Cox is the best movie ever. I'm so happy you referenced that today because I literally told a coworker about that yesterday, and he's like, "I've never heard of this movie," and he said he's going to watch it this weekend. So you've just solidified that I should have referenced that movie to him. Thank you.
Wrong kid died.
The wrong kid died.
Classic. Classic.
I guess I'll just have to be double great for the both of us.
Yeah. You're never gonna make it. I literally made it. Literally already made it.
You can take my kids, but leave me my monkey.
You slept with my wife. You slept with me too, and I've had mixed feelings about it ever since.
Oh God! I hope at least a few of the listeners get those references. Yeah, man. So I got Kevin Holland on this one all day. I just think he's a more skilled fighter than Daniel Rodriguez. Daniel Rodriguez, he's got heart. He's a great heart fighter. He's going to take it on the chin until he can't take it anymore, and then he'll even take it again. But, I mean, I still think Kevin Holland goes out there and gets a finish. Even though he's durable and he's worthy of the fight, it's a tough fight. It's a tough outing for anybody, let alone Daniel Rodriguez at this point in Kevin Holland's run. If this fight happened at 185, I would probably take Daniel Rodriguez because he seemingly is a larger, like, girth-wise guy. But when it comes to this weight class, I feel like Kevin Holland is almost borderline a weight bully, right? The height, the reach, the size that he's able to pack back on after that rebulk, it's nasty stuff. Nato, tell me, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong, brother. I think we're all in agreement here. We're taking Big Mouth, no doubt about it. Yeah, as much as we like D-Rod, and I think he is a gamer, like Dean mentioned, I won't be surprised if it's just one of those things where he's just getting pummeled and he's sticking in because he's tough as nails, or he's too tough for his own good, or some of those types of things. But, man, I think stylistically, like, Kevin's just going to be too fast. Daniel's a little one-dimensional, typically southpaw. If this was just like a true boxing match, honestly, it might be a little bit of a more even matchup, for a D-Rod, but you got to mix in all the different martial arts, and no one's harder to read. No one's as long. And like Leroy said, no one's really talking to you as much as a big mouth Kevin Holland is in there. And he's at a point now where I think he is kind of settling into his own. That last one against Vicente Luque, to me, it was just kind of the big differentiator where it's like, okay, he's as good as, as advertised. You think of some of the losses, but it's like, dude, he's lost to Jack Della Maddalena. He's lost to Khamzat Chimaev. It's like he's fighting everybody. And at one point he fought 4 or 5 times in a year. Like, he's a dude. He's always answering the bell. I don't really knock him for those losses, but this definitely feels like it should be a shoe-in. I mean, he's forgive me, 625. That's one of the larger, if not the largest, betting favorite there with Daniel Zellhuber. So equally as likely to win as Daniel is. It's pretty high. Vegas, and I think all of us agree that Big Mouth should go out there and get it done. But will be a fun one. I agree, Brandon. Could be potential fight of the night. Both these guys are going to go out there and put on a show for us. So it's a reason why it's this high. The co-main event, I guess you can also say, for lack of a better phrase.
Absolutely, man. And with that, we move into the actual co-main event here. The co-main event of the evening is a bout between Paulo Costa, a.k.a. Mr. Secret Juice, coming in against Roman Kopylov. This fight is definitely an interesting one. My biggest concern about this fight was whether or not Paulo was going to be able to make weight. And he did. He made weight. He actually looked good on the scales. He looked better on the scales than he did at the press conference, which Dean mentioned earlier. He was on that Conor McGregor special pre-workout. Dean, what are your thoughts about this one?
Costa's not losing a fight on coke. It's not happening. And Kopylov, I've seen him give up. So that's the thing about Costa is you got to knock him out or something. But I don't see him getting knocked out while he's on that powder. So I'm gonna go Costa. I'll go Costa. 3rd round TKO.
Ooh-wee. I like where your head's at. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. I do respect it. Leroy said, I don't believe this fight is happening until Buffer is announcing Costa's name. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Sav Jelly said, if you bet on Costa, I don't trust you. Well, you can go ahead and mark Dean off that list. You no longer can trust the guy.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, okay. All right. He's back. Rodriguez got ripped off against Kelvin Overweight Gaslam. That's fair. Sorry, what was that, Brandon?
I think Dean just told me to bet my entire life savings on Paulo Costa TKO 2nd round.
That's what I heard.
Sprinkle your life savings on that one.
Just sprinkle your whole entire life savings.
Just take a little dip. You know what I mean?
A little sprinkle. Yeah.
Is Holland the most active fighter in the UFC modern era? I think so.
Yeah.
He's the cowboy.
So.
And he's also my UFC fighter for season 2, Leroy. So I'm coming for the top, y'all. Let's go.
All right,
season 2. What do you mean? What are you guys talking about?
So we do a private like UFC fantasy draft. We do it snake draft style, like fantasy football. So whoever goes first in round 1 goes last in round 2, and so on and so forth. We pick one fighter from each weight class, 2 flex fighters from any weight classes, and then 1 injury reserve fighter that we have the option to slot in if any of our actual fighters get injured confirmed.
Nice.
And then we use the DraftKings fantasy sports scoring system, put it all into a Google sheet, and we track it. We do it twice a year, 2 seasons.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to join next season, we just started this one at the beginning of the month, but we'll be starting the next season the first week of January.
Yeah, Kevin Holland is like a Lamar Jackson for football. It's like he's gonna just put up numbers. Like,
exactly.
Dude, one of the guys in our league picked Josh Van, and it was his first season doing it last season with us, and I'm like, all right, cool, that's a good pick. And then he fought 3 times, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Dude got him like 260 points.
Yeah, he's a problem.
And here I was like, I got 80 points off this fighter. Great job.
That's my guy.
Yeah, Kevin Holland's that's a money pick, bro. I was actually surprised you not only picked him, but that you got him when you did in the draft. So good on you. I think Kevin Holland gets it done, man. Mm-hmm. Great steal. But man, in this Paulo Costa fight, I gotta say, dude. I'm going against the grain here. I think Roman Kopylov gets it done. I think Paulo Costa is too inconsistent. He's looked like he's maybe been trying to find secret juice for the last few years. He's lost that aggression. He's lost that killer instinct. The guy that we've seen in the last couple fights is not the same guy that fought Yoel Romero and was taking his best on the chin and throwing him back. I can wholeheartedly say that. And I think that if that version of him shows up and the version of Kopylov that fought Magomed the Bullet, shows up, dude, he's not gonna do so well because the Bullet was losing that, right? Like he was losing that fight up until he did the fucking crazy Brian from Tekken double spinning back fist move, which good. I mean, come on, we've all landed that combo on the PS2 and been like, let's go. So we all had the same reaction watching a grown man do it on actual television. Let alone with one eye, looking like a fucking full-blown Tekken character himself.
A walking Buckley movement.
But recency bias is a son of a bitch, right? Like you see a knockout like that over someone, you're like, oh man, that guy's gonna get knocked out again. And you see Paulo Costa, who someone earlier said is the best-looking man in the UFC. You're not wrong. I think he loses this fight, though. I think Roman Kopylov has all the tools he needs to go out there and get it done, and I think he gets it done inside the distance. No, what do you think, big guy?
Man, that's I feel you. I agree, but I wouldn't go as far as going in the distance. I mean, this guy Paulo Costa, he's drinking his secret juice. He's going to go out there and be ready to fight. But I am leaning Roman Kopylov here. I just think he's a little bit more technically sound. When you look at their ages and you look at their track record, I mean, they're literal records. one loss difference. They're almost the same exact age. Measurables are all pretty much the same. Kopolov's gonna have 3 more inches of reach, but that will actually help him out, in my opinion, because he tends to throw more of the leg strikes and mix it up, a little bit more kickboxing. I mean, Fluffy did kind of poke some holes in Roman's really like quick ascension to like title contention. This guy was just like on a rocket ship, but Fluffy said no, not today. There's still levels, and honestly, I think Paulo Costa can do it. Like, he has that in the arsenal, but we kind of talked about it earlier. How it was Dean that mentioned it. It's like he's kind of like Marvin Vettori. It's like, just, man, if he had a little bit more of that fight IQ or was able to keep it together for a full 15 minutes, like, he might already have been champion. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Like MMAnomaly mentioned, the consistencies is hard for me to bet on him. Vegas is telling me Roman Kopolov's a minus 230 favorite. I love Paulo Costa. Like, I will always think he's a fun asset in the UFC, but I just think that, again, there's levels. I think Roman's kind of, especially bouncing back from that fluffy loss, getting back-to-back wins. I just think he's right place at the right time. I think he's going to find a way to get it done. Decision. I think it'll be a fun 15 minutes. Paulo's pretty durable, man. Like, he's got a big old head, big old neck. He'd have to get some flush or, you never know. But I'm leaning Roman by decision on this one. How you feeling about this, Brandon?
I'm kind of with Dean on this one. I think Costa's gonna possibly come out here and overwhelm him early on. I think that this is like a crazy. Like, when I first looked at this, I was like, why in the world is this a co-main event on a card so big as Poirier versus Max? I didn't quite respect it, but then I remembered, like, oh, these matchmakers typically know what they're doing in situations like this. I think they know that this might be a banger fight if Costa reaches into his old bag like he did against Romero, Whitaker, even, or not. Yeah, his fight against Whitaker, he seemed a little bit better, in my opinion. He seemed in really good shape. He seemed lean, not overwhelmed by his muscles and fatiguing himself, because the body isn't supposed to be like that sometimes. But yeah, I think if they come out with a firefight, I think Costa might win that, just because that's kind of where he lives. But if it's gonna go the distance, I would put my money on Roman Kopylov for obvious reasons.
Well said.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that, man. I am definitely with that. And with that, oh man, it's time to move into the happiest and saddest moment of the evening, folks. I play the sound clip again.
It's time!
It is time, folks. It's time for us to talk about this lightweight main event of the evening. It is a bout between my favorite fighter, your fighter's favorite fighter, Dustin the Diamond Poirier, fighting out of Lafayette, Louisiana, fighting this weekend in New Orleans, Louisiana, and fighting for his shot at the BMF belt over Max Blessed Holloway. This is going to be an incredible bout. I can't fucking wait. I will definitely drink way too much whiskey. I will definitely be crying ugly tears. I'm talking like tears you don't want to see, man. I mean, this is going to be a fun fight from start to finish. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm confident that my guy, Dustin Poirier, gets it done. I see Nano already pouring a shot because he knows what's happening. He knows what's happening. My guy. It's time. It's time. Because, dude, this guy is the hardest hitting motherfucker in lightweight. He is precise. He is accurate. He is concise. And he is just an inspiration to anyone who's grown up in the boot. I mean, he gave people like me a reason to believe that we can get the fuck out of there. So cheers to Dustin Poirier. Cheers to all the memories that he's given us inside of the octagon and all the things that he's done outside of the octagon. Fighting the good fight. Literally inside and outside of the cage. Cheers to you, Dustin. Cheers to everything you've done and everything you will do.
Salute. Way to set the tone.
Legend. Because I know that I'm going to ramble on. technically I set it up for it to be my turn for this fight first, but there at the end I decided I'm going to save myself for last because I don't want to take all the meat off the bone. And you know us boys from the South, we're not going to waste any meat on a bone and leave it there. So Nano, go ahead and take the lead. We'll wrap around to me last.
I like it, man. Look it, we got the boy, okay? And if you see some chicken scratch on there, that is his John Hancock, all right? He did sign this. We did meet him live and in the flesh, and he is as cool can be.
I bet.
As he is on the screen, as he is in real life. That is no doubt about it. Met him last year at International Fight Week. Dustin's a legend. And the one thing I just want to say with this matchup, because honestly, with these two type of names, fuck the X's and O's. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some chalkboard guru. Okay, none of that. These are just two guys. This is an old-fashioned fight. You know what I wish they did? I wish they would have said, what was that one fight in, like, I don't even know, early 1900s where it was they fought for like 70 rounds. There was no time limits. Go back to the early Pride days and just say, lock the door and let one man leave with the belt. You're double muted.
Was it Jack Dempsey? Who was it?
Dempsey? One of the old school, right?
I swear to God, I know exactly what you're recalling. I'm gonna look it up. Sorry.
We have to. Yeah, we're gonna go down memory lane a little bit, y'all, because this has happened before. Okay, one of the largest, I believe, in-person viewed events of that time period. It was a fight that had no time limit. Okay, but I say that
wrong, Jack. Jokingly. It was Andy Bowen and Jack Burke. It was in 1893. It lasted 110 rounds over 7 hours and 19 minutes.
Dude, that's what I hope we get. That's basically what it's gonna feel like.
And you think UFC fighters aren't getting paid enough? These guys was getting paid fucking peanuts, I tell you. Come on,
dude. I mean, listen, man, I'm still recovering from that Joshua Van Brandon Royval fight, but I reckon we're going to have something similar to that when it comes to the amount of significant strikes landed, to the type of boxing. It's going to be absolute masterclass. We got MMAnomaly here with Dustin on the screen. We're switching over to the YouTubes if you aren't already, but man, look at that outfit. Got the Yeezys on, looking sharp. I mean, brother, are you just close to the camera? Are you bigger than Dustin? What the hell? This guy's
I was working out to be Wolverine for Comic-Con that year, so I was actually bigger than Dustin.
You're beefy, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sheesh. I digress.
I've started getting back in the gym literally because Comic-Con is 2 weeks away now. This is the most active I've been in the entire year in the last 2 weeks. So that was definitely the best of it, though.
Catch rate for this guy, yeah. Okay, no scales. He's on the secret of juice. But no, man. I mean, listen, this is just fireworks. All I'm gonna say is fireworks, and I think it's gonna be masterclass at boxing. Obviously, I hope Dustin comes out on top, and I don't think it'll be any diminishing to Max. Like, I don't think it'll hurt him at all. But man, scoring wise, it's got to be Max, right? I mean, I love you all in earplugs, earmuffs, but it's hard. Not that it's impossible, but it's just it's hard to see Max. I don't know, man. I don't know. As I'm sitting here live on camera, y'all, with 47 of us, I want to see Dustin win, man. It can fucking happen. But I think it'll probably be Max by the skin of his teeth. 49-48, something like that. Shine bright like a diamond. I mean, hey, the stars will shine brightest on Saturday, but we'll see, man. Brandon, how you feeling about this one, my brother? The stage is yours,
dude. Dustin Poirier is one of the best fighters of all time. Like, and I remembered thinking that. Well, I can't remember who I was watching. Maybe it was the Michael Chandler fight, or it was the third McGregor fight. I just remember thinking, damn, like, this dude is so unbelievably good and well-rounded, and just like has so much fight in him that it makes up for any lack of skill. His fight against Islam is one of the best title fights I've ever seen in my life. That was such a good fight. If it went to the judges, it was going to go to Islam anyways. So I'm not upset about the Darce. You know what I mean? He went out on his shield. He was fighting.
I had it 2-2.
I know. Well,
it was a close fight.
You know what? You're right. I remember.
I was 5 rows away from the cage. I thought that was going to be his last fight, so I spent more money than I'll ever tell my significant other to go to watch my favorite fighter fight one time in person.
That was an amazing fight.
I'll send you the video on Instagram after this. Literally, he looks back at me as he's walking back through the tunnel, and he's like, so close.
Yeah.
And it fucking broke my heart, dude. Because it was such a good fight.
No, it was a good fight.
He pushed Islam closer than anybody else has since he got knocked out, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Versus the first Volk fight. I thought that was a good fight too against Islam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was a great fight.
I think that Islam was just inevitably I remembered kind of having this sense of knowing that Islam, regardless, was just going to win that 5th round. I know that sucks. This is poetic justice. Sav Jelly said, I can't believe I counted Dustin out. And because I counted Dustin out, I got a boot on my car. I thought the fight would end before that parking lot closed. That's what you get. Fun fact, huge. Louisiana is from a state that we literally call the boot. That is pretty crazy.
Come on.
That's justice. And then he ended up putting on one of the best performances of all time. So I do think that he's going to have just that slight edge. I just think it's going to be kind of like what Max did to Justin Gaethje, where he's just going to have just a slight little timing advantage, and he's just going to win those exchanges in the pocket and just hit with just a little bit heavier shots. But I think Max is going to keep fighting. I just think I've seen Max get beat by Volk bad. So I know I have seen the reality of Max getting just the dog shit kicked out of him. But other than Khabib, I've never really seen that with Poirier. Like, unless he was giving it right back, that Dan Hooker fight.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
it's a really good point.
I think I'm going to give it to DP on this one, but I think Max deserves big props because he's doing exactly what Justin Gaethje did, in my opinion, and could easily have a title fight, I feel, at lightweight. And instead, he's deciding to put on a show for the fans for this BMF belt, which is what Justin Gaethje did, and give up. He's probably going to lose. Max is more than likely going to lose, and that's so tough to say. But, yeah, that's where I stand. I think Dustin Poirier is going to have a little fairy tale ending that he deserves.
I love that.
Unless he wants to fight Ilya, which I think he was a stylistic nightmare for Ilya.
That'd be sick.
He's a stylistic nightmare for Ilya.
He is.
It's the BMF belt. It says, Ilya, you want to come get it. Ooh.
Crossover. Somebody please clip that so that way I can send this to Crossover. He said it, okay? He said it. I didn't pay him to say that. Nope. He said it.
Ilya to Poirier loses to Dustin Poirier. I think he's going to hit him with those shots and be like, oh, God, he's still up, and he's hitting me back. Oh, shit. I pissed him off.
That's the thing. Like, Dustin Poirier is one of those grin and bear it kind of guys. Like, he will bite down on the mouthpiece and make your life a living hell. There's a difference between a fighter that beats you and a fighter that makes you regret signing the contract to fight them. And Dustin Poirier is somewhere past that line of making you hate signing the contract. Dean, where are you at when it comes to this fight for the BMF belt?
You guys are not going to like me. But I'm a fan of Dustin. Don't get me wrong. Love Dustin.
I'm waiting for it. Drop the bomb.
I think Max is going to do him really bad for 5 straight.
I'm not really sure what's happening here, guys, but I think we lost Dean. We appreciate his services. We truly appreciate him being on the show. I think maybe his computer shut off. I'm not really sure what happened, but we really appreciate him being on the show. Who was next? I'm just kidding, Dean.
Get oh, dude.
Suck it, Dean. No, I was kidding.
I got to him, but I warned him, so I don't feel too.
You
bad,
did give a warning. You're like, you guys are not gonna like this.
No, I did say it with all due respect.
That was hilarious.
Exactly.
With all due respect.
Don't kick me off. But Dustin's last 3 fights, if you really look at it, they're not that impressive.
What'd you just say? What did he just say? Did he say Dustin's last fights were?
That was Dean, folks. That was Dean. What
Not impressive
guy, huh? Jeez Louise.
The Dean Machine.
tough. Wait, his last fights were?
No, his last fights. I'm gonna let you defend yourself here. His last fights weren't impressive. You're making me want to drink more whiskey right now, bro. Like,
no, they're let me be clear. They're
Journey.
I wouldn't say a win against BSD, and then
oh, so this guy hates French people. You hate Benny Saint Denis. We get it.
BSD's
Racist.
not
Obviously,
good.
yeah. No, you can look at the track record. It's spotted.
Then he
I
gets
see you,
then
Dean.
right before that he got KO'd by Justin Gaethje.
Hey, no, don't agree with this guy.
And then
Don't do that.
Then he just lost to Islam. So I mean,
Just lost to Islam.
yeah, like
Wow. We
And-
are
and
really
like,
back to the lowercase Dean MMA.
Here's the thing,
That's what's
here's the
happening.
Damn.
I warned you guys. Max looked incredible at lightweight, and Dustin, I it's gonna be bad. I'm sorry. And one more. This is a little side note for you guys. Anybody that gets knocked out by Ilia Topuria loses their next fight or wins their next fight. It's happened.
Oh,
since
shut
he's
the
been-
fuck up. Don't do that to me. I'm a curse guy. Don't do that.
It's happened
MMA math.
since he's been in the UFC. If Ilia Topuria knocks you out, you win your next fight. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I love Dustin Poirier. I'm a Dustin Poirier fan.
Okay, but if it's like a double curse, do they counteract each other and then we just have a good fight? Because no person that's ever lost 2-0 in a series has won in a trilogy match.
You could use that as well.
Dude, I just saw Dustin Poirier getting knocked out first round.
I need you, Brandon, respectfully, I need you to shut the fuck up.
All right. Put me on.
You should not say things like that.
That's so Raven. Brain blast.
Can I tell you
That's so
can I
Raven,
tell you
dude.
what I saw in my
That's
head?
so Raven.
Can I tell you what I saw?
Yes.
I don't want to hear it,
When I-
but tell
when
me.
I really started thinking about this fight. I think somewhere in the second round, Dustin's going to be trying to like get a good clip edit by doing something like pulling up his shorts or like pointing down on the ground or something to get like
He never does that. He never does either of those things.
something to make it something for a good clip on the internet, because that's kind of the guy. That's how both of them are. And I think Max is going to take full advantage of this situation, and I think it's going to be really bad. I'm done. Sorry, guys.
I don't like it.
I didn't want to say. I didn't want to ruin the vibe here, but that's just what I think is going to happen.
And Cam, I don't appreciate you with this comment either, bro. I thought we were friends. I thought like we just met each other recently. We enjoyed our first fight card together. I thought we were off to a great start. And then you say things that are just so mean and hateful and hurtful and disrespectful like that.
Dustin Poirier is shredded right now, by the way. He's ready
Dustin
for 5
Poirier's-
rounds of volume.
That's
He's
not
looking
always
good.
a good thing.
He's ready for 5 rounds.
Okay,
of
you know what, Dean? Again, I don't like it when you say things like that.
I'm just
No, but you're right. You're right. I oftentimes make the bad analogy of the Dodge Ram with the 3/4 ton with the Hemi versus a Toyota Prius, but we're not in a quarter mile. We're in a world race. One's
Can I
going to
say
have
one
to make
more
a
thing?
lot more pit stops for gas because they're going to run out, right? So you got these big muscles. It's going to run out of gas a lot sooner. You got these small fluid muscles. They're just going to tag you and make you wish that you didn't have such big muscles. I get what you're saying, Dean. I'm with you, and that's why I'm upset about it, because I don't like that you're right.
I'm gonna say one more thing. This is to help you get. This is to help you guys. Usually, when somebody has a crazy chin, they get put out once and that chin's gone. That happens most of the time. So that's why I think Dustin could knock him out, just because Dustin can knock out anybody. But I think when it comes down to skills here, I think Max is going to do him pretty dirty. But I'm not 100% confident in Max's chin anymore after that KO.
So I think Dustin is more skilled here. I'm going to jump in right the fuck now. Not now, but right now. I think Dustin is more skilled. He's been entertaining us inside of the octagon, or at least inside of professional fighting, for the last 16 years. The dude is an absolute phenom. He is more skilled and more veteran than most fighters there are. He did fight Max Holloway in the first fight on Max's debut. He did fight Max in the second fight on short notice, Max stepping up. So this is the first time Max has a full fight camp. I will admit that. But I don't think that does him any favors. I think he's going to try and download data on Dustin Poirier, and that's going to make him think that he has a savvy game plan. What ends up coming with that is overconfidence. He came into the last fight ready to scrap, and that fight actually went more well for him than the first fight. If he comes in here with a more sound game plan, I think he could end up being a little bit more punch hesitant and waiting for the right shots and over-calculating things. And when you're thinking inside of the octagon is when you get tagged inside the octagon. And Dustin Poirier is one of the most lucid flow state fighters there is when it comes down to it. Like, somebody posted a clip of him fighting BSD versus a clip of him fighting Conor McGregor that second time when he got the knockout. And they were like, look at the speed difference. Yeah. He was annoyed with BSD, that BSD had lasted as long as he did. He thought he should have beaten him sooner, so he started muscling up on everything. You want to compare that fight to something compared to the fucking Bobby Green fight when, oh, by the way, Joe Rogan was saying, he's muscling up on a lot of these shots. This is not good for Dustin Poirier. Oh, and by the way, he knocked him out 2 seconds later and made Joe Rogan eat his fucking words. But again, he was fighting labored, rah, 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 throwing those really strong, heavy, loaded up shots. Whereas when he's fighting Conor McGregor, he gets Conor against the cage and he's literally flowing against him, throwing not steam on every punch, but then those last few are the ones that land. I think that's how he's actually going to go out there and beat Max. He's not going to go out there and look to muscle up on him. He's going to look to get into a real flow state of things. And if Max doesn't have a very fast start, it's going to be the Dustin Poirier show. They're similar fighters in the fact that they both have capabilities of having massive volume when it comes to the fight. However, Dustin Poirier gets more precise with his shots throughout the fight. He doesn't need to throw as many shots, but his accuracy goes up throughout the fight. Max throws more volume throughout the fight, but his accuracy stays flat or goes down typically statistically. That's a stylistic matchup. Because you're telling me across 5 rounds, which most of the time we only have to fight 3, right? If I fight 5 rounds, my accuracy gets better and I have to throw less to deal more damage. You throw more, but you land at a pretty flat rate. But you outlanded me in the first round. That's fine. And that's typically the Max Holloway show. So it's a dichotomy of power and velocity and precision here. And I think that Dustin Poirier checks the right boxes. But Dean, I know you got something to say.
I think Dustin Poirier has to win this fight for the validity of the lightweight division. Because if you have Holloway and Poirier at the top heap of lightweight, I mean, that kind of looks bad for everybody that was at lightweight.
Bad luck. Yeah, bad luck.
It looks really bad, but Dustin can do it. But
I think Dustin gets the knockout, and I think he calls for Ilia to Poirier if he does. And then he ends up being the first person to, because again, Max Holloway has fought Ilia Topuria while holding the BMF belt, but he refused to put the BMF belt on the line. Dustin has already said that he's willing to do that if it means fighting for the undisputed belt and not retiring. And Ilia said that when Islam turned down the fight, the guy of choice for him was Dustin Poirier. He wants to prove himself against what he said was the best lightweight outside of Islam. So you mean to tell me you think Ilia would not say yes to you being the first champion to unify the BMF and world championship belts? And you know Dustin's not going to retire if that's on the table. So, I mean, that's the stars aligned moment for me. That's what I'm praying for, right? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Like,
it can happen. It's tough, brother. What I would say, it's like, and to Dean's point, like the UFC's in a tough spot, right? Like if Max wins, he's going to call out Ilia, and like, how much of an appetite do we have for that same fight, just in a different division? To your point, maybe it was Max. Dana came out and said, I think someone asked him after, and he was just like, oh, I didn't really think about it, or I didn't really like promote it, or it's like, well, that feels like how do you not just like, how do you forget, or how do you not like
his job?
Yeah, so that was weird. Maybe that was intentional, to MMAnomaly's point. Maybe he purposely didn't want to do that, but they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here, right? If Dustin wins, then But he did already say I'd be willing to unretire if I knew I'm getting that title shot, which you go out there. I mean, maybe you knock out Max, just, hypothetically speaking here, with all due respect, maybe now that he got knocked out recently, right? Maybe something about that and Dustin just pieces him up, whatever. If he goes out there in exciting fashion, it almost feels like he has to get this title shot in some way. But then again, there's Justin where he's like, I knocked out Dustin. Right, Gaethje's like, I already beat your boy. I smashed your boy.
Title shot.
Yeah, so it's tough. Right? It's tough for everyone. The UFC is in this stuff. It's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Regardless, it's almost a lose-lose. But great for the fans. We're getting one of the best fights ever. But it's like, I don't know what they really do after this. Regardless, yeah.
Between a rock and a hard place for sure are the matchmakers. But again, man, like they've got such a good talent pool that they can continue building here. And I think Dustin Poirier versus Ilya in Spain for the BMF belt and the undisputed world title. Come on, that puts asses in seats, bro. Like, it's hard to deny that.
One of the biggest fights of all time.
I think it truly would be like the next Conor McGregor versus Khabib. It would be the closest thing to that we'll see in a very long time.
Bigger than Paddy Ilya?
I think so.
Numbers wise, maybe not.
I think numbers wise, I think Dustin Poirier has more fans than Paddy Pimblett. But it might be up to debate if you go across like all platforms.
Well, just all across the pond. Like, I mean, it's just that whole country in and of itself. And there's Paddy fans here. I mean, shit,
well, that's the thing is Ilya already has across the pond fans, so they'd want to bring some US asses to those seats too. You don't do that with Paddy.
I think just do Islam Ilya right now. Cancel the JDM fight.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Islam Ilya doesn't work though, because Ilya has to win at least one more time at lightweight. Why? Beating one guy that Islam beat at lightweight doesn't solidify him as a champion. And if Islam comes down and stomps him, people are just going to be like, "Oh, he's just a featherweight that had one lightweight fight."
I know, but that fight would do probably over. They would definitely do.
Oh, that fight would do numbers. You do that. That's the first stadium show in Spain.
Yeah, and that's the.
I think you do that after the Poirier fight.
That'd be the most skilled fight in the history of mixed martial arts.
Oh, Ilya versus Islam?
It would have to be like the skill between the two of them.
There's no doubt about it.
I think Ilya puts him out.
I like Ilya a lot.
Dean, I really want to like you. I want to like you so bad.
You want to get jumped, Dean?
Right, but man, me and Brandon are gonna beat the fuck out of you, dude.
I'm with you, Dean. I got you back. 2v2. 2v2.
Ilya's a better boxer than Dustin. And Islam had a time.
Hold on. Brandon. Okay, bro. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Hey, the bread's in the pudding. Look what Ilya did to Charles.
I do kind of agree with that statement. I think Ilya might be a little better than Dustin Poirier. I think Dustin Poirier is a solid.
And even Max couldn't even give him his credit for whatever reason, but that's.
You even add that leg kick, and I say Dustin Poirier is a better striker. You add his leg kick, Dustin Poirier is a better striker. Calf kick, I should say.
But but boxing, pure boxing, you're saying Ilya beats him.
Just boxing, Ilya probably pound for pound. I fucking hate saying this, but probably would knock out anybody in the UFC.
I'm not mad at it. I pray to God Crossover doesn't watch this episode.
But if we're trying to jump,
his bedtime.
If we're trying to jump, Dean, I'm down.
We're definitely trying to jump Dean. Fuck this guy.
I got your back, Dean. I got your 6. I got your 6, Dean. Don't let him bully you.
With his fucking dark backdrop. You're so fucking edgy, dude.
Don't let him bully you, mate.
The police.
He's gonna call the cops.
No, I'll let you guys beat my ass for a little bit.
That'll be the third person that's called the cops on Dean's behalf tonight.
This is Oklahoma. Dean has a gun. This is Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's okay. I grew up in Louisiana. We're all ready, bro.
He knows.
Oh, yeah, we all.
Yeah, I'm in Arizona. We carry. Come on, we keep that thing on.
I relocated to California later in my life. I'm not from here, dude.
Yeah.
Lee said, for the record, I want DP, and I feel like he can get the KO, but Holloway might/will give him a run for his money, and I do not like to make that public, but we shall see. Also, shots, and then he said here about 7 minutes later, shots? Yes, Lee. Shots.
Popcorn.
One more time. All right, man. Lee, for you, for everybody else in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us for 2.5 fucking hours talking about UFC 318. We hope you guys enjoy your weekend. We hope all your bets cash unless they're the opposite of ours. And cheers to that. Let's go.
And cheers to Peacemaker too. Let's go.
Oh, and cheers to Peacemaker season 2.
Check it out.
Let's
Check it
go.
Go check it out, y'all. I don't know if we could put it in our description. Can we put it in the bio? Can we put a link there? Maybe we'll figure it out if they'll let us.
Yeah, if we don't get in trouble for it, we will definitely link it. But with that being said, folks, if you've made it this far, if this is your first time, your last time, or any time in between watching us, do us a huge favor. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. And if you do nothing else we've asked, we're going to ask you to do 2 more things, okay? The first thing is this. We really, really, really hope that you support this guy, Brandon Stanley, because he is the absolute fucking homie. Go follow him on Instagram. Go follow him on all platforms. And make sure that you follow his next big project. It is the release of season 2 of The Peacemaker, releasing on HBO Max on August 21st. Make sure you check it out. I promise you, you don't want to be the last of this party. And you will know that you're in from the opening sequence. Okay? I promise you. I put the MMAnomaly line on that. All right? Brandon, anything you want to say to the people regarding that or just any upcoming projects you have outside of Peacemaker Season 2 in the future?
Yeah, just check out Peacemaker Season 2. That there's been, a lot of things that have kind of leveled me up in my career, and we're thinking that this might be another thing. So the more eyes that go on it in the first 6 months of the show, the more money I make residual-wise. So if we're trying to talk logistics and be petty here.
We're promoting for the next 6 months. Let's go.
I think it should be like 10 months, honestly.
No,
for real.
But fuck the acting stuff, man. This was awesome. Mixed martial arts is the greatest sport in the history of mankind, and I love just sitting here chopping shit about it because in my line of work, I don't really get a lot of people that are this interested. But me and my boy Dean, we'll just send each other things sometime, like what do you think, Kevin Holland title run? There's just this sport brings people together. And such a get
location requests nonstop.
Oh yeah, if he says anything that pisses me off, I'm like, hey, can you send me your address real quick? I'm trying to get an Amazon gift to you. He's like, I feel like you're mad. I'm like, I'm not mad, bro.
Show me your hands.
I'll just be like, I'm not. Look at me. Do I seem mad at you? Huh?
I'm chill. Yeah.
No, I appreciate the invite to the podcast, man. This was awesome. Yeah, everybody,
dude, absolutely. I appreciate you being on. And I appreciate I sent a message to you, I think, responding to your story post when you were doing She-Hulk season 1. And I thought that show was phenomenal. I've read the comic books since I was a kid. I thought it was very true to the comics. I thought your rendition of Leapfrog was fucking phenomenal.
Thanks, man.
And shout out.
Right, shortly after, I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks after you responded to me, sending a message to you as a fan to your story post, I saw you post that you were doing no-gi jiu-jitsu, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh yeah, we fuck people up, baby.
This dude is Leapfrog, and he also is a fucking jiu-jitsu guy? Oh, cool. Yeah, so maybe he's in MMA, and then you posted about the fights that weekend, and I'm like, all right.
Big time.
This is possibly going to become one of my friends. Oh, yeah.
Don't be silly.
I'm happy that I feel like it's blossomed into that, man. So
of course, man.
Thank you for joining the show, and not only that, but thank you for inviting one of your close friends, too, to be a part of this.
Dude, Dean.
Thank you, guys.
As I pass it back to you, let me give the capital letters there here.
Dean. There he is.
Sorry, back to the capital D. Hey, it was only the Max Holloway favoritism. Okay, I couldn't let you have capital letters talking that.
I'll say this: Dean makes wild takes, but they're good. He makes a lot of sense. When he breaks it down, it makes you question everything.
He's like Colby Covington. The worst thing about him is how good he actually is. So
seriously,
well said.
You like that?
Very good.
Dean, anything you want to plug or shout out, man? At Dean MMA, folks, make sure you're following this guy. YouTube, if you're not, you're only doing yourself a disservice. Dean, what you got?
Yeah, just go subscribe to the YouTube Dean MMA, and I appreciate you guys for having me on. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, this guy's a stand-up comedian as well. He's one of the funniest people I know. I'm in this world. I'm in the creating world. I'm around real stand-up comedians. I just worked with Tim Meadows on Peacemaker. I'm around big stand-up.
We saw comedians in the trailer.
Yeah. and even then, I say Dean is one of the funniest human beings I've ever met in my life.
Thank you. I got some work to do.
He's got a competition coming out on August 21st. So thoughts, prayers, whatever, man. That he He does well on this stand-up competition. He's too humble to talk about it, but he's got a competition.
If there's any way that we can we support the competition in any way, shape, or form? Is it going to be televised? Is it going to be a voting system, or like how can we support, man?
It's just audience voted. So if you're anywhere near Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the 21st of August, that's how you can do it. But yeah,
Best of luck, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Somebody clip that and tag Dean all over the fucking place and everybody and hashtag Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's make sure we're supporting our boy. If he's a friend of ours, he's a friend of yours, and we should definitely be supporting all of our friends. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Folks, we appreciate you. First and foremost, again, we appreciate Brandon Stanley and Dean MMA being on the show. Make sure you check out Peacemaker Season 2, August 21st. And we appreciate each and every one of you. One last time, like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. Oh, and by the way, if you've done nothing we've asked you to do this entire podcast, if you've just laughed at us casually the entire time, that's fine. As long as you do these last two things, folks. We ask that you keep on going and that you keep on growing. See you next time.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.